maps.
What is up, y'all? Welcome in, welcome in. I see we've already got Gamer Noob in the house. I'm sure we've got some other people trickling in. You are here with the Amateur Competitive Invitational 2 Lower Bracket Finals. That's right, we're down to 3 teams left. We've got Error 404 Skill Not Found representing the North American region, as well as Very Annoying Children, aka VAC, representing Europe. And I am not going to be giving a solo cast for this. Fortunately, I'm going to be joined by both Rails and The Greed. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing spectacularly. How are you doing, Greed?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this match, honestly.
So,
It's gonna be...
let's jump straight into it. We've got this map ban. It's going through very quickly. We've only got Carney Remix, Death Toll ahead, Detour ahead, Hard Rain, Downpour, Perish, and Pacifice left. Anything we're surprised to see? This looks pretty normal to me.
Yeah, I mean, like, all the custom maps except Harvey Downpour and Remix need to hit.
If
Yeah,
it's me, I'm banning Pacifice here. That's just me though, because the thing about it is, you know, this map banning thing, it didn't exist as much back in the day, because like for the ACI one, for example, was the admin kind of set the map for each week, and there's so much strategy that goes into it that's kind of awesome. But if you know how to do this right, you're never going to have to deal with the situation that you're most uncomfortable with. And we kind of noticed in Error 404's last game, you know, they were kind of thrown on to maps that they didn't know as well. And who would you say is favored in this match, Nine?
I personally, now, some people know I am intertwined with Error 404 to a pretty good extent. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, as casters, we're going to be unbiased, but I've still got to give the edge to Very Annoying Children. They had such an impressive performance against No Skills Academy on Hard Rain Downpour, which, by the way, is still in the map pool, by the way. And it's going to be a rough battle for Error 404, but they've had some promising showings lately. I'm excited to see what they can do as well.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I personally would ban Pacifice here.
I'm not sure who the last ban is.
Oh, they banned Error 404 banned Dark Carnival Remix. Carney Remix.
Yes, they did.
Just saying. I would love Dark Carnival.
So it's gonna be Downpour, Perish, or Pacifice. If it's Downpour and Perish, those would be my choices.
Oh no, VAC banned Perish, so we
are
going to see the Hard Way Downpour and Pacifice.
Wow.
It's 2 maps, right?
It is. It's going to be 2 maps, and the scores will be combined at the end. Like I said, their match against No Skills Academy was on Hard Rain Downpour. It went to the finale. VAC was down about 600 points after No Skills had already done their attempt at the finale, but they got quadded with 93% bonus left, over 1,200 bonus left. And that is the only reason why No Skilch is not in the lower bracket right now. So this is certainly a frightening prospect that Error 404 has left on the board, but they must feel very confident here as well.
Yeah. And fun fact, actually Hard Rain Downpour, I did sub for the team for Error 404.
Yes.
If I'm not...
Yes, that's right. They have also been very willing to go with Hard Rain Downpour as well.
Yeah. I think
Downpour's been played a lot recently, and I love it. I mean, it's almost like replaced the normal Hard Rain at this point, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? It's kind of it's such a, like, in terms of bringing new people into the community and that kind of stuff too. If you don't know how to play Downpour, that's like your welcome to the competitive community 101 nowadays. It's awesome because it's a very well balanced map. And the thing is, it's not that it's like even oversaturated when it comes down to it. It's like if you know how to play it well, you know, it's going to come down to who can you play it better than the other team as well. Just because, you know, it's a difficult thing to do if you're like not used to the intricacy of it. Because there's a couple of tips and tricks that you have to know to do work like really really well on it. And if you don't know those for people who are newer, then that's your learning curve. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Hard Rain Downpour 2, it's a good balance between the SI and the survivors.
Now, one thing I want to bring up is, for example, with the two maps, if you have a really survivor-sided map on one of them, like say Swamp Fever, and then you have a really infected-sided campaign, it can kind of trivialize that infected-sided campaign because the points are a lot lower. Do we feel that way with either of these? I feel like these should be pretty balanced across the board. Shouldn't be at risk of trivializing the other one, for example.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. These two maps is equally balanced for SI and survivors, in my opinion. How about you, Wales? Yep.
Rails does not have an opinion on that. Okay.
Okay. Wales like, nah, I'm not feeling that.
All right. Just got the IP. Looks like we're
no. My thing is okay. Yeah. So I'm connecting to the server as well. I don't know if it's because I started playing before it was seen as a map that's like a meta map or whatever. I just don't like Pacifice. Okay. Like the thing about the Pacifice is this: the first map, it's like okay, that one tank spawn at that 50% mark is insane. I don't mind the latter tank or the earlier tank, but that one is so dumb with the hittables and the buses. And there's one spawn there where it's like, okay, they have to run forward into a hit or back into a hit or something. If they got rid of that tank, that'd be fine. But then map 2 is the one that I just continuously don't understand. Probably because in a lot of pugs, like, it's possible to score like 1,500 points on the second map of Pacifice, and some people in pugs somehow manage to die, and you see these score deltas that are just ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, especially for that map 1, the 50% tank, like the tank can just cut you off and like make the survivors thrown off and wipe.
And it's not just that. It's like it's only 4 maps as well. I mean, did they play Finale in this for that?
That's actually a good question.
Sacrifice Finale. I mean, I think it was played recently and that kind of stuff. And it's like if you die on, it's just, I don't know. It might be personal preference. Like honestly, I might be biased when it comes down to it, but I just hate that campaign compared to some of the other ones. You know what I mean? But I see why people like it, and if you got into it after I did, then I see why you like that too. So it's just kind of like okay. It's probably me needing to adapt to it in some ways, but there's just dumb things that happen sometimes. And then map 4 at Pacifice is so hittable driven, and like people used to AI the first tank and do stuff like that. It's just a wonky, like it's okay, it's just a wonky campaign compared to stuff like Hard Rain Downpour, Dark Carney Remix Parish, etc.
Yeah.
It does look like we're about to head in soon. We're starting off on Hard Rain Downpour. Is what it looks like. We're not going to be starting off on Pacifice.
I'm on server too, so.
We are right into Hard Rain Downpour. So we are waiting for one more player, and then we will pretty much be headed in. Still waiting for the Spanish caster. Of course, this is going to be covered on Montex's stream as well. In Espanol. That's going to be at twitch.tv/xmonsex with a 3. But as we have our 8th player make it in, we're going to be kicking off this cast here soon, y'all.
I mean, how about we do a roster rundown while we wait?
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, yeah, we don't have the 4th player yet, do we, though, for either of these? They should be joining now, though, honestly.
Yeah.
I know Wolfie. Wolfie's I mean, I know both these teams at this point because I've also been playing against the Era 4 squad.
Right.
Yeah. How about you take VAC, Bill?
So for Team VAC, we're gonna have Wolfie, Super, Bogey, and Pfeffeners.
I'm gonna say Funeris. That's what I've been saying.
Fuveners. All right, nice. Let's go.
Okay. In Era 4 we have Knee, Gun Noodle, Crossbow, which is powerless.
Powerless electrons, yeah.
Yeah, powerless. And Faith.
Yeah, and I know what you guys said in terms of balancing this, but it is balanced, honestly, right? In terms of the ping, because we have the fake lag that we do nowadays.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have
I think you're going to see... I think there's a chance, right? There's a chance, and it's a decent chance, that we actually see market improvement out of Team 404, solely because they've actually been practicing with a consistent lineup, and also solely because they haven't been afraid to try custom campaigns and that kind of stuff as they've needed to. So, I would be surprised if we don't see a close game here today, honestly, especially because it's the second to last, series of the tournament.
We've also got to keep in mind, Air 4-4 got massively thrown off in the map veto phase against No Skilch, having to play on No Mercy Rehab, and as well as original No Mercy, not something they're incredibly familiar with. I think Hard Rain, Downpour, and Pacify should be much more in their wheelhouse. And like you said, this has been a more consistent roster. Powerless being added to the roster as they went into the playoffs phase. Super also, I believe, being added to the roster for VAC as they went into the playoffs phase. So we do have some new additions, and they've been paying off quite well for both teams.
And if I'm not wrong, these two teams have scrimed together, and it was close. So I would love to see a close game.
That's a great point too. Yeah, we have a lot of insider info on these teams. They have played in scrims quite a lot.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, and the other thing is, on Downpour, the thing about this first tank is they need to not have somebody die on either side. If they have somebody randomly die because they're outside and they're hittable or something like that, that's going to be bad because you can score a lot of points on this first map.
Oh yeah, the distance points. If somebody died, you can just cover all that points away.
All right. So I see we got a lot of fans of both teams in here. So I'm going to do a quick prediction if anybody wants to get any prediction points in. But regardless, it's just going to be for like 2 minutes here to get it in if you want to do it.
We are going live!
We are live here. Lower bracket finals of ACI 2, but we can't get too carried away with our intros because there's going to be a hit right out the gate. Smoker, Charger, Boomer, Hunter, as they take it through self-storage. The Charger lands, but gets cleared, double boom, as other SIs briefly landing. VAC does get hit down about 2.5% on the play.
Yeah, that's a good call by the survivors. Just go away from the death charge. Don't have anything stupid happen, and then clear everything out before spawning the tank. And that tank is going to be up right now for the first tank of the game for Team Error 4-4 into the hands of Knee of Justice himself. That is their captain, if I'm not mistaken. And he's rolling in with a hittable that's going in towards Ellis. Not going to land. He still has Horde. And I think he's actually attempted to go in, but he's not going to. Instead, he's going to rotate to the Roof Greed, and then we're going to see what the survivors choose to do.
Yeah, that was such a good call by the survivors going for the garage. And Boomer's going to die. Nice pop. And now Tank is just waiting for his spawn. Last spawn.
He wants a 3-cap here, and I don't think he wants a smoker. He wants the hunter here.
Yeah, you usually just want a hunter jockey charger in this small area.
That's what he's going to be getting, and he's kind of rolling with it actually right now. I'm pretty sure he's going to go to the roof. And everybody here is 5 punches except for one survivor. So if he doesn't get Nick, that being Wolfie, he's not going to be able to get it. But he does actually get Nick. Then he's going to get the second punch as well. Third punch going in, but he doesn't have the in cap. Now he does, and he still has 3,500 HP. Survivors are outside, and this SI support is trying to get there. Charger going in, gonna throw shell. Tank is trying to corral Coach. Instead, the jockey does. Hunter lands as well. Gets the last survivor up.
Okay.
Pushing this survivor into the doorway, and Maddie to get the first punch, going for the car, not gonna land it. Oh, he shouldn't have gone for the car. He's gonna get the clear on the jockey now. That's not gonna be the wipe. Oh, that's so unfortunate. But now the car is gonna be on top of the roof. Tank knocking it around. That was so close to being the wipe outright, and could still very well be, depending on what happens here. No, that was a case of him. Like, he's still going to try to get the kill here onto Ellis, and he actually might he almost gets it, but no, he went for the hittable instead, just punching her shell.
Yeah, what a heartbreaker there for Arrow 4-4 at the tail end. Don't get me wrong, they get some good damage in for sure, but man, going in on the car, not paying off. They don't have the alarm car for here. 5 seconds left on Knee, and then we'll have another hit. See if they can shake it off and get the caps.
Yeah, and now they have a Charger, Boomer, Hunter, Spit, so it's a 2-2 for the... This Van hit, let's go. Hunter's going in, gonna get skeeted. Charger not gonna land, Boomer pop, and they're just gonna sack. Oh, no, save the Spit. and wow,
right.
a shutdown.
So they're not going to go for a quad here. That obviously should have been a wipe, but now they need to not let their mental get distracted by the fact they still have a lot of distance left here, and they have 3 survivors bleeding with only 1 set of pills. I think they're due to find maybe 1 or 2 sets still, though, so the point is they need to keep going in, getting good hits, and actually managing to stack damage on the survivors, even though it already should have been a wipe. Because that's one of those things that can get your mental, stuck on something that's already happened, and you have to stay present with each hit because there's still a good amount of bonus on the survivors as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, like this game is always a mental game. If you lose that mental, it's basically GG.
You miss the opportunities. You miss those opportunities. We'll see if Air 44 missed an opportunity here. The jockey tries to go inside with the smoker on the opposite end, taking the 1v1 with Rochelle. She will land the M2s to clear it up. Hunt spit attempted, but he's on top of the couch, and we still got 372 bonus left.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was saying, and it's one of those split-second decision things that happen. And it's obviously, deep into a tournament that is still an amateur tournament that way, but it's something where hittables can sometimes be distracting even for the best players. It's like, okay, you want to go for that home run play, but as leverage in that situation, it would have been enough for the tank to cut off Rochelle.
Yeah.
So that's why, and that's the difference with the survivors now making the safe room potentially still with 800 points on this map instead of having only 300. And there is only 1 more hit really. It's going to be that 100 boomer, smoker, and charger for the SI side. Let's see exactly what they can do here because the survivors are bleeding and they're going to be under pressure, guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, basically all of them is bleeding except for Rochelle as multiple from the back. Not gonna clear. Oh my gosh, Hunter lands, boom, lands on one, and wow, a good clear overall.
And yeah, with VAC finding themselves in kind of dire straits after the tank, they managed to hold on to almost 80% of the DB for a still extremely respectable lock-in of 848. As we watch the tank back, we see the down onto Wolfie. We see the tri-cap ready to go. Very well orchestrated, getting in there. They actually managed to land 2. And this is the point where we think it's GG. But as he chases down Rochelle through Jimbo's chop shop, he does get a smack, but just can't keep her contained. And instead of blocking off, greeds for the car. With that, we do head back into our match. See what Air 44 can do. First things first is going to be this first hit before the tank. I'm interested to see if Air 44 is going to go for that side route or if they're just going to go for the more common, jump up or go to the side. We'll see.
I think they just do the same thing and they just kind of ignore it because the point is eating that death charge there. If you're new to the map, you have to kind of figure that out first. But yeah, and that's why they're going to go inside here. The Boomer does spawn on the top. The Hunter's spawn as well. Smoker's coming in from the back. The Boomer is going to try boom as the Charger goes in, but the Charger gets leveled.
Wow.
As the rest of the hit tries to find anything, and there is a decent little Smoker pull there, but it only does get 1 tick.
Oh my god, that level.
Yeah.
Saved them.
While she was boomed. Beautifully done.
Yeah. That was a good level by Faith right there.
And we've got the tank coming in the hands of Wolfie, the lone Estonian here in an otherwise squad of full Finns. We'll see what Wolfie can do. If you've been watching my cast, Wolfie very often in that co-commentator booth. We'll see if he's got the sticks in game as well.
That was a good car hit right there to get that in front of them. The point is, if the survivors stay inside this entire time, the tank really can't afford to take shit. Because the thing is, the survivors are going to run them around as much as possible inside the store, and if the tank takes, 500 chip even, it becomes kind of hard for the tank to get a corner without getting absolutely shredded down to a point where the tank starts to get nervous and just kind of gets melted, I think.
They're going to sack the Smoker, nice. Okay. But look at all these cars right now. I mean, the survivors can't afford to go outside.
Yeah, they're trapped in there. So the tank obviously wants to fight them inside. The thing is now, and this is kind of what I was talking about, is that you don't want to be taking a bunch of ship right here when the survivors are there. And that's actually good on the tank to get in, as the rest of the hit's going to be spawning as well. Tank is going to get the corner onto Crossbow Master right there, but then misses a punch onto him. then does land the follow-up punch and gets one more smack before turning back around and spreading the damage a little bit between Rochelle and then Nick. And now there's a nice multi-punch going out with the Hunter landing as well. This tank is so low, but getting so much damage. Great tank coming out by Wolfie, guys.
Whew, that is a lot of damage. Pretty much equaling as much as Air 4-4 was able to do with a lot less mishaps from the SIs. I thought that was very well played by VAC. Air 4-4 still with slight advantage post-tank.
Yeah, and the charge is going in. Not gonna land. Smoker pull. Not gonna clear quickly. Spit just sacks. Boomer landing on 2. Smoker dies, and...
But the smoker died last there, so I think they're going to be looking at another 3-1. The thing about that tank, guys, is that tank did a lot of work at the end there when it had, like, less than 1,300 HP, probably. Yeah. And the whole point is the survivors were distracted by other things that weren't shooting the tank that way, plus the tank landed a multi after getting that initial corner and actually made the right decision to spread the damage around and, like, you know, move from target to target instead of trying to pursue Ellis. This hit's going in. Nice skeet, though, going out. This, I think, is a little overzealous by the SI side, just because now what Team Error 404 needs to do is they need to control the pace of this game, hit W, and make it to the safe room. Just because it's looking like a pretty even match so far.
Yeah, I feel like VAC is trying to put some pressure onto Error 404 now.
This is very reminiscent of something we talked about. I don't know if we talked about it, but another hit gets sent in. Okay, it's just going to be the smoke. But the idea of squeezing as many hits in as you can. But the issue is sometimes when you squeeze them in like that, you actually miss some pretty important chokes. And we do still have Air 404 with 384 bonus. How are we feeling, Greed?
Yeah, I mean, now they have to deal with this house hit, which is another choke point, a big choke point for them. And they do have the charge hunt speed and with the jockey, so big damage potentially coming up.
Yeah, this could be huge inside. It really does depend on how the survivors take it. Jockey spawns up, Charger goes in and gets a double charge! The spit goes down, though, only on one survivor. That's going to be some damage onto Nick, but that could have been even more insane had that spit spread a bit to the right. That might secure the chapter in the favor of Team VAC. Still going to be pretty close, though, with the survivors matching. Just to probably have to navigate one more hit before they actually close the safe door.
Right, so this is going to be a close match. Woman, that too! Smoker for the pull from behind but missed. Another pull miss. Charger trying to find a spawn. There we go. Pull finally grabs a shell. Charger!
Oh, I can't believe that actually landed. That's alright though. It brought him closer to the safe room. So Air 4-4 is gonna make it in with 4. Gun Noodle still has some bonus. They're killing that, and the jockey is not gonna land either.
Not gonna land.
So yeah, very very close game here. What 57 points we're looking at? 848 to 792 in the favor of Team VAC to start, but obviously a very close game.
Wow,
yeah, definitely.
You love to see it. I honestly thought that stairwell hit was going to absolutely eviscerate Air 4-4, but they are able to manage to keep it close. Watching back, Wolfie's tank immediately going for the corner onto Powerless, keeps him in there. Just kidding, knocks him straight out, which was a pretty scary moment for Wolfie's tank, actually, but he's able to completely recover. Single smacks across the board into the multi right when the Hunter lands, and it is going downhill quick, fast, and in a hurry. Air 4-4 does manage to finish off that low HP tank, and we head into Chapter 2 with a very close match on our hands. But I've got to say, this is something that we talk about a good amount with Hard Rain Classic, is kind of how the difficulty ramps up, especially once we start heading into Chapter 2. Curious if y'all feel the same about Hard Rain Downpour here. What are y'all thinking? We'll start with Rails.
I mean, it depends on the tank here, because it's still kind of like the regular Hard Rain in the open field, because you can kite it around. Like, yeah, there's some change in the spawns, but the one tank that can really, 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 really screw up someone who doesn't know the map, honestly, is the one that you fight inside. It might be this one here, because you kind of can run it back or take it forward. If they can fight outside, that's okay. but the one inside the room with all the pipes, it's like, I've seen really good players get 0 hits in there still just because of how you can kite people around if you don't know how to do it on the infected side of things. And conversely, on Survivor, if you get multi-boomed in there, you die sometimes. So, I don't know. It's something where once you know the campaign, it still does have some of those parallels to the regular hard rain, but it depends because the quad hit in the field here can also be really, really brutal.
Looks like
you have this coming in though. Team Air for the Smoker, Hunter, Boomer, and Spitter that they're going in with are actually getting outran by the survivors because they're going around. Double boom lands. Smoker pull does go out, manages to land for a hot second, but guys, that's not a lot of damage actually coming out from the SI until that pound spit lands.
Yeah, and I feel like L44 wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
Rush. Maybe they didn't know, or.
They salvaged it though, to be fair. They still got, what, like 26 damage out of that?
Yeah, the double boom helping that Hunt spit to land. Unfortunately, Smoke couldn't try to scratch, keep him in there. They locked that down, but still going to be 5%. As VAC heads into another choke point, we got a Charger, Jockey, Spitter Boom. Could be a pretty big one. If they can land those SIs, we'll see how it plays out. Charger dropping off the ladder. Jockey from the opposite end. Jockey does land as the Charger goes straight through. And VAC deals with the hit quite well. How are we feeling, Greed?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good kill all in all. And they do save the speed, so... I mean, I guess this tank is gonna spawn, so the speed is not gonna be useful.
Oh yeah, this is the exact tank that I was talking about. Actually,
okay.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, bang on.
So here's the thing. Like, we'll see exactly what the survivors do, but the point is, if the tank drops in and manages to kite someone successfully to the point where he gets an early corner in there, it can wipe a lot of the time. But the opposite thing is, if the tank screws up his initial corner and the survivors get away from him, they can just ring him around the rosy until he dies, if they know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, this generator...
Oh, they're going back. They're leaving. And you know what? The exact reason I think why they did that is because the back spot that they're running to is a lot better, and they're doing it when the SI weren't prepared for the hit to be there. So that can already forecast. Let me tell you right now, I think the team back on the upcoming SI side is going to stop the Error 404 effort to get to where they are right now. For this survivor half, I much prefer the spot they're in now as opposed to that room, because it's the opposite of what we were talking about there. You have a ton of open space, and the tank would have to be going to get his hittable right now, which I guess is what he's trying to do, but he's on second.
Yeah.
He can't.
Oh no. Yeah, I was about to say, like, yeah, you sure you get the open area, this area, but you have to watch out for the car. But now they do not have to worry about the car. And they're in a good spot right now.
Yeah, they were. That was a really, really nice call by VAC to rotate that way. Let's see exactly what Crossbow Master, aka Powerless Electron,
can
2K
do. Chip.
Exactly. Yeah, he's in. He's trying to get coach, but they're just kiting him around. Oh, this is brutal.
Oh,
the tank really doesn't have anything here. His hits gonna be going in. There's the pounce. Jockey lands as well. Charger jumps in, doesn't land. Rock connects. Punch connects. That's gonna be almost an in cap onto Ellis, but. Really, really good decision by Team VAC to run back there, guys.
Yeah, I mean, forcing the tank to go second and not even getting his car was a great idea.
I gotta say, I mean, this area, like you said, Rails, the ring around the rosy, you've got lots of stuff you could jump on and just make an absolute nuisance for this tank. So this isn't the most ideal spot for a tank either, but VAC was able to get the best possible outcome. 70% of the bonus. As a hit comes in, they instantly laser down that charge. Smoker does get in, but no spit damage to follow it up, and VAC has a ton of bonus to work with, as well as 100% DB still on the board.
Yeah, that other spot is scarier when the tank has a car, but if he has no car, it's the same kind of thing that happens on regular hard rain, where the tank gets a car in there, it becomes a more challenging fight for survivors. When the tank doesn't have a car, it's a really easy tank spot. Yeah.
Alright, the next hit is going to be the Charger, Boomer, Jockey, Hunter. So, no speed. Jockey going in. Grabbing. Oh my god, Charger lands. Hunter lands. 2 Boom lands. And wow. Good hit overall.
Yeah. No spit, but they was there spit. Well, either way, they managed to milk it for some good bonus, getting some percentage down. They still got a lot of work left to do, but y'all, we are headed to the dreaded inside area, the climb up, and then through the sugar cane fields. We got a hit ready to go. No charger, but Rails take this hit away. Let's see how it plays out.
Oh yeah, they have a really good hit for this. It's a Jockey Hunter Smoker. They don't have the charger, but they do have 2 pinners that can reset. And the survivors are aware of this. They have 2 people bleeding. That spitter, you know, obviously I'd prefer a charger here, but the spit can maybe zone a couple of the survivors in the front and stop them from being on the stairs or something. Jockey's going in. Smoker does manage to land and gets a pull onto Rochelle, but she falls onto the top of that lift there. So no damage going out and a nice speed onto that Hunter.
Wow. Hey, watch out. And my question is, you know, with this being harder, usually on Hard Rain Classic, it's just like no matter what, you're going for the quad through the sugarcane fields, you're going to sack for it. But we've got Air 4-4 kind of in a dicey situation. Are they going to have to spit here? They've got a boom. They have a 3-1, which makes this kind of awkward. They're going to send in the charge, and it gets instant cleared by Wolfie. Well done. Hunter lands, gets cleared up very quickly as well, and they've sacked the whole hit. I think we're going to be looking at a 3-1 here.
Yeah, and they're just going to blitz through this sugarcane field.
Yeah, more importantly.
Yeah, and they do not have to worry about it.
But
I mean, they're going to have a hit on the guy in the back, though, yeah. I'm pretty sure. So, but they need to do like a pull charge or something. That's what they're going to have, the Smoker Jockey and the Charger Spitter. Let's see if they manage to land that, if that's what they're going for here. With the 2 survivors in the back looking for it, as 2 are already in the front. Charger's going to go for it and manages to whiff. Instead of going for the full charge, the Charger goes and does not manage to land. Jockey does manage to land, though, as that Smoker pull. It's not going to find anything. Guys, I got to say, I'm a little underwhelmed by the last couple of hits from Air 4-4. I don't know if that, you know, should have wiped situations, you know, playing a big part into it that way. But they were definitely caught off guard by the fact that Team VAC went backwards on this map and killed the tank where they did. And I can almost guarantee, like I said, that Team VAC is going to try to have that not happen now as they're on SI side.
Yeah, I feel like L44 just gave a lot of space for VAC to play with. And they're not hitting on the choke points where it matters. I feel like they gave so much space to VAC that VAC can just literally do anything and get away with it.
Yeah, I expect to see a lot more bloodshed out of VAC on the later stages, but how about right out the gate? The Hunt spit onto Knee with the boom. Smoke trying to drag him into the spit as well as Ellis gets dragged in, but it's only worth 2.5%. Air 4-4 gets away with most of their life.
Indeed they do. I mean, Air 4-4, they really have to just lock in, kill the tank. Don't get tri-cap, don't get multi-boom, no big plays coming in like that. If they go back too early, that tank does have a chance to get the car, but they really have to pay attention to the peripherals and like the rocket spawns and everything, even here. As this hit's going in, and triple charge landing with the pass as well! That's exactly what I was talking about, as we see this triple cap going on to Air 4-4. Oh my goodness, that is exactly what I mean, guys. They can come from the side, they can come from the top, and they just triple cap them almost like the tank already happened.
And I hate to say it, y'all, but Air 4-4 has just about lost the round pre-tank. This is absolute disaster for them. I don't know if running back will really even be. I get pills. Yeah. And we've got a 3-1 here. They haven't even spawned it in yet. They're immediately going to send it in. Boomer does get dealt with. But we got the Smoker Charge Hunt. Funeris is going to be the hunter. We'll see if he wants to go for anything. But what do we think? Do they go for something here? Do they just save to keep them trapped in here? What are we thinking?
I mean, the problem that they had, if I'm the SI right now, because of how good that was, I'm just going to keep hitting. And that's exactly what they're doing. Because this is different. When you hit like this and you can just keep hitting and hitting, that's different when it's already happened after it hit wherein you had a rolling tri-cap and a team get triple charged in what is essentially a semifinals match. That was a brilliant hit from Team VAC, and it was at the exact perfect time, as is this in cap here, because now Air 4-4, they really don't have a whole lot of options anymore.
Air 4-4 finding themselves on the back foot here. Greed. Funeris is going to have to put in a lot of work here on this tank. He does climb up. We got the boom sack.
By the boom.
Ooh, for two, though.
Me.
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
I think Tang is not.
He's going.
Oh,
he's
going
this
in.
is what I mean. This is what I meant. The
God.
tank is in. He gets 2 punches right off the bat onto Gun Noodle, pushing around, managing to hit Nick at this point, who is still boomed. This is why this room is so devastating to newer teams, because he dropped in right on the survivors' heads. There is a hit that's going in as the tank is down to 1,700. That's going to be the Hunter landing. Charger's going to whiff. Jockey lands. That is the double cap. And Ellis is getting punched with a multi there as well. Tank whiffing, though, on Crossbow Master. Now he does get the punch. That's going to be the end cap. It's just Ellis still up. And guys, that is what I alluded to. Gun Noodle had no idea that the tank could drop on him like that, I don't think.
Yeah, Gun Noodle was looking the other way while the tank just dropped on top of him.
I want to echo what y'all said about how important momentum is. I've witnessed it scrimming with Air 4-4 as well. Like, momentum matters so much, and it's going to be such a big hit to their mental. It's like it feels like I'm in the call, and you know that the tensions are high right now. They've got to shake this off and see how much more distance they can get, because the chapter's not done. They can still get some very respectable distance if they can shut down these hits, y'all.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
The thing is, VAC can just, sorry, Greed, I just wanted to say, VAC can kind of play at their pace now on SI side.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, VAC can just keep throwing hits on them, and they are slow. So, but with L44, they can just make as much distance as Charger miss. Joey gets M2. And okay, great shutdown. We just need like 20 of those for L44.
But
well,
that's
important because they're still getting distance points, right? So the whole point is they need to they have to eke every single point they can out of this chapter. They didn't wipe, but the thing is they need to make sure that they just keep getting as many points as they can, because they're going to be playing catch up now the rest of this series until they manage to pull ahead, which they could do. You know what I mean? But right now they have to just acknowledge they're going to be behind by a bit and not let it shake their mental, like you said. Hits going in. Pull does land the front. Jockey lands in the back. It's 2 in caps after they found a set of pills that Rochelle already used. That's 3 in caps actually due to the common, so it's all up to Rochelle right now. Because that Wandering Horde and that hit did what it did. But again, they're not dead. They're gonna have three people black and white.
Yeah.
Air 4-4 has managed to amass about 100 more distance in the meantime, but the hit is looming overhead. Greed, how's it gonna play out?
Oh my god, yeah, 2 boom lands. After that, Charger lands. Hunter lands on the Witch of Shell, but no speed, so they are gonna hold on for a while.
It's a really good thing they didn't get tri-cap there, because that Jockey almost landed, but the M2 did come through.
Yeah, I mean, and the speed, so they do not have the speed, but they do now. They do have the speed. A 2-2 Charger Smoker.
Look out now.
And Nick trying to find some pills, but no pills whatsoever. So this is it. This might be the last hit. Faith is just climbing up, taking the shortcut, but it's gonna go so badly.
Well,
Charger missed, and oh, that's a 2 death. 2 death.
Yeah, that's going to be the most they're going to get. They're going to get 450 points, just a little bit more, right? Because they're still getting a little bit of distance here.
yeah.
But, you know, it's going to be less than 500 most likely. So the problem is, with this now being, 463 is what they're going to get. It's 2048 to 1255. You know you still have, reasonably speaking, 6 more maps of Left 4 Dead 2 to play, right? And this is nothing that you can't get over. The point is you need to not get super down in terms of what just happened. Because arguably, right, if 2 things that we're talking about, with the wipe on map 1 almost happening, plus, you know, them not getting caught off guard probably here, right? If those 2 things don't happen, they very easily could be eating this. It's been VAC has outcalled them so far, is what I'm going to say.
Oh yeah, definitely. They called Yeah, their call right now is so good. Just like making L44 like confused.
Yeah, because I mean that's really what it's coming down to. So I'm not sure exactly who the caller for VAC is, but props to them for how they've called this game so far, because that's exactly what you want to do. And in order to do stuff like that, especially the tri-cap and that kind of stuff we saw, there's just like a comfortability that exists for Team VAC on these kind of customs. I mean, for Error 404, they kind of have that as well, because like I said, they've been playing the map a lot. It's just, again, you have this map and then a stock campaign that's two smaller campaigns stitched together. And it's like, you can recover from this, but if you, for some reason, die on this map and then you get down by like 2,000 points or something insane, that's really hard to come back from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's doable. As Hunter gonna get skidded. Oh my, nicely done. Spitter gets picked through the wall. Smoker goes in for a scratch. Boomer gets one, and nice sack by L44. Getting the spit charge hunt for the next hit. And yeah.
Okay, gonna continue to press through. We got the tank at 76%, so we're not gonna see that for a while. It's gonna give Air 44 a chance to get a few more hits in. They're angling for here, but I do think they're gonna have to wait for Rayford shipping. Again, I asked the question: do they hit on the inside? Do they wait for the jump? What's the plan here, Rails?
You're gonna hear me say this. Every top tier tourney winning, high tier team as well, even that I've watched, they hit like 95% of the time on the actual drop. Because if you have a jockey there, you can jockey someone and just rip them over the side, and it's nearly an in-cap. People can they can do the jump and then fail it. The Hunter's going in now, I think maybe because they want like a smoker. But the SI, I don't know, they're going for the damage, and this is the thing. With a bunch of shotties, it's really easy to shut that down. And now you don't have a hit for there. So I honestly don't agree with the call by Error 404.
The thing is that even with the way that hit planned out or played out, the jockey almost could have got some major value with the spit blocking everything. But it just seems like Air 404, none of their players are able to come up with anything here. They're gonna get another hit, Smoker Hunter Charger, boom. It's gonna be one of the last ones before the tank.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Wills. Like, you have to hit on the drop. That is a massive choke point for the survivors. And just letting that go is such a massive thing to do. Smoker pull from the back. Hunter gonna grab the smoke target. Double boom lands. And yeah, another shutdown.
This is the situation that I was kind of talking about there, because I think since map 1 what we've seen is a little bit like too much go-go on the SI side from Team Error 404 on their non-tank hits. And I don't know if, like, because I said, the thing that's decided this game in a large part so far was a non-tank hit last map in the inverse, right? They just kind of have to slow it back down and then just force the survivors into a worse situation. Right here, that's a nice jockey landing. Hunter gets skeeted. And that jockey damage is decent, obviously, but they really haven't been able to land a whole lot of multi-caps because most of the movement is being controlled by Team VAC on the survivor side. They have a chance to stop that now on Error 404 side of things, because the tank is going to be up into the hands of Faith. Let's see how they decide to play this.
Yeah, I mean, look, the tank was thinking to just cut them off, but he just decided to go.
Yeah, I wonder if they could have saved the spit, saved the hit for the run back, try to slow down into the tank engage for that area. Not sure if that was the move. Something I was considering, though. But we are going to have a Boomer Smoker Charger here. Probably, yeah, going to go ahead and sack off the Boom. Going to sack the Charger as well. Go for a Smoker Hunter Jockey. This tank's got a lot of work to do for Faith. Going to need some big SI support landing if they can.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They almost... I mean, here we go again, though. The survivors... yeah. They Greed saw the same thing I did, which is the survivors are looking to control the movement speed again. They probably don't have to, though, because the tank's already second pass. This is the kind of setup that you want, because if that early pull finds a way to land, it can either be an early pull or an early pounce. If you send 2 SI that early and you just have a solo jockey at that point, it might be only 1 in cap. If they can get that early pin and then the rest of the SI, and it would be amazing, but the Smoker misses the early pull, and the survivors have nothing stopping them. Tank whiffs on the repull. Hunter gets skeeted. There's the stumble we were looking for, with the tank managing to get Coach into that corner as the first in cap. Rest of the hit does go in, so it is just a bit of damage there, but that's kind of what I was talking about, guys. They managed to salvage it a little bit by that jockey getting the double stumble, but SI support in that open field literally makes or breaks that tank every time.
Yeah, I mean, great job by the jockey stumbling the survivors there, but the hunter and the smoke didn't really do anything.
Yeah, because the smoker went for the early pull, then the survivors outran him.
Yeah, and the hunter was just right behind the tank. I think hunter could have just spawned behind them instead of in front. It would have been better.
Yeah, but see, they weren't prepared. It's not as catastrophic because they still got damage, but the SI again, they weren't prepared for the survivors to move that way. Like they had nothing behind them there. Probably because they were banking on that early pull. If that early pull lands, it's a totally different fight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Air 4-4, they choose to hit before the entry to the building, which does allow VAC all the way through over the green truck as well. But
that's a good point.
Quad ready to go for Air 4-4.
Survivors are going to hold W here because they know it's a quad. There's no spit. And, I mean, they have to get these SI in now, and that's what they're going to do. Charger's going to go in. Hunter lands. It's a tri-cap, but the smoker doesn't have the angle. That is so unfortunate for Air 404, but that's the issue, right? When you go inside there and it's a quad, that smoker is the thing that's really hard to land. So the survivors hold the W key. They make it in, and guys, they score 1,308 points. They're already at 3,356. They're averaging 1K points a map in this semifinals of this tournament. That's really impressive, honestly, for Team VAC. I can't really shake a stick at any call they've made so far overall.
Yeah, I mean, this is an impressive showing by VAC.
VAC is definitely on it today as we watch the tank back. Not able to get a ton of value in there, save for that stumble. But we got to go back because we're going to have an early hit. Hunter does get shut down. Spitter's avoided. Smoker will be cleared. No boom. And, you know, Air 404, just like a bit of deja vu from Chapter 2, they had an amazing first take, at least bonus-wise. Not taking too much on their survivor side. But the follow-up hits are going to be the question as, again, we are approaching Rayford shipping. With VAC,
we did talk about this.
Yeah, maybe with a different game plan here. And it's going to be Hunter, Jockey, Charger, Spit, same exact hit, ready to go for VAC. We'll see if they play it a little bit different, Rails.
It's tempting, because here's the thing. If that Charger can somehow get a spawn on somebody, I get taking the Shard Spit. And the Hunter's going to go for it. They're going to do it here, too. And again, that double what you need. If you can manage to have that happen, that's great. And you want to know something? It's because the survivors went too far to the left. Usually you want to keep people on the stairs who don't shop there because those extra couple spawns can really screw you if you get stumbled. And that's exactly what we saw. So again, they give up the big choke. If you're going to do that, that's the least you can get. You take a little bit of a trade-off for guaranteed damage versus a bigger play that does have a high impact chance of actually happening. But that being said, it's a Boomer, Spitter, Charger, Smoker from this next hit from VAC, who are doing a good job hitting together no matter what. As that Charger is going to hit the wall, double boom does land. Charger getting a couple punches onto Coach. And the pull landing too. Hey, that's the thing. VAC are so well coordinated on the SI side. It's their chemistry. You can see it when you're looking at their SI that they know that they're on the same page with each other.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they are like cohesion. The cohesion is so good.
Yeah.
I actually really like them just taking that hit early because they don't need fireworks at this point. They're up so much, they just keep it plan A and just keep the damage pouring out. In comes another one. Charger will land with a Hunter.
There's no world that those two things should land in that open field like that. I get they have the single boom, but this is the kind of damage that you don't want. And unfortunately, I don't know if they're fatigued or exactly what it is. The Air 404 are getting kind of beat up right now.
Yeah, and like VAC knows that, and they just throw hits after hits. They don't even like throw hits like choke points. They just send the hits whenever they have.
Now my question again: hit on the run back hit here. VAC has just been sending him in. Probably just get some value, but we'll see if they play any shenanigans here. to get the tank in early. Spitter is available, as well as a boom. Putu, of course, but
Putu,
maybe
yeah.
able to make it work in this situation.
Oh, boom. Gonna stumble Nick.
And they have to be careful because the tank is already here.
Yeah, they're
Oh my
running
God.
it out.
This is insane! No! No, what are they doing? They're split. There's no SI though. This is nutty.
Oh,
The
this is
tank
good.
is
This is
in,
good.
and now the tank does
Oh
get a
my
punch,
God.
but the thing is he can't catch him. He's not going
Yeah.
to be able to catch. No, but Coach
Oh, the
backs
coach.
into a pole. That's the corner the tank was looking for. 2 punches going out there. Nice punch going on the turnaround as well. Little bit of an insane fight happening here as the Charger whiffs. It's decent damage,
Oh
but
my
what a
God.
hectic situation there that honestly looked like it was gonna go worse for team like Error 404, but the tank just dove them in the center of that cross that they were making. They were going out of the building on the pipe, and the reason that I said no like that is because the jockey was in the back.
Yeah.
I saw all 3 of them dropped, but instead they had this massive split that the tank wasn't able to capitalize on because he didn't have the spawns. So he saw it and he made a decent decision, but he needed to guarantee an in cap there. I mean, he got some spreaded damage, but the survivors are still in a comparable position. They are going to get charged and spat on with a jockey going in too. On to their health bonus. That's a lot of damage onto me. And
Oh my God, yeah!
Wow.
He just backed off the death spit. Oh no.
They had 510 bonus. They're going to pick up knee. They're down to 300. The DB is open. I don't think this... I mean, we're going to have Wolfie and Funeris maybe able to piece something together with this Hunt boom. Probably not. As we see the Hunt running for a scratch or two.
Two scratches.
Oh, man. What a heartbreaking way to end the chapter for Air 404. They still get 872, but it is a far cry from the over 1.3K by VAC. And I mean, I felt like I feel like there's kind of a lack of baiting to an extent. Like the charges are just landing.
I don't think they're as familiar with this map, honestly. I think that's what it is. I don't think they're as familiar with this map. I think they are thrown off a little bit again. And that's the thing, when you're a newer team, like Hard Rain Downpour isn't one of the stock maps. Maybe Pacifice will help them out a little bit more just because they know it. But the point is, I don't think they're as adept at some of the finer points of it as Team VAC are. I think Team VAC definitely have a distinct edge when it comes to this campaign.
And sorry to cut you off, Greed, but something that comes to mind was the map veto process. I mean, I know that Air 44 has research. They've watched the match between VAC and No Skilch, but they should have known how scary VAC is on Hard Rain Downpour, and is coming directly into play here in their match against Air 44 as well. And Greed, we've got a smoke, boom, Hunt, spit, take this first hit away for us.
Oh yeah, sure. 2-2. Let's see, Smoker is trying to bomb behind the truck there. Let's see if... Oh! See? I mean, we can see the baiting going into VAC, but let's go, let's see it. Hunter's gonna land, double cap lands with the spit. Double boom lands too, and not bad at all. 4% coming up.
Yeah, they're getting some dings from the boomer, but at the same point in time, right? You know, Gun Noodle's gonna have to do work on this tank. I hate to bring it all back to the tank again, but it really is gonna come down to the tank on this.
Yeah, I mean, the tanks have been... needs to be the hero for them.
Spitter trying to go in ghost mode. He does. Charger Hunter's jockey spit at a very important choke point on the climb up and over. Definitely a lot of ways that this can go sideways for VAC.
Oh yeah, if you land like a rocket charge here or something, that's the easiest way. Or if you get a bowling charge when the survivors drop. Those are the 2 easiest ways to maximize your damage here. If the Charger can land a quick enough rocket, that's how people mostly get it, but the survivors are wary of this.
I mean, look at Ellis. Ellis is separated.
Oh! He's gonna get jockeyed.
Nice catch!
Oh, that's insane!
Oh my god! I was about to say, Ellis is too far away from his team. Nice catch by the jockey, though. Gosh.
I guess he was trying to block the roof or something, but now the thing is, the Charger can also go for a charge spit here, but he didn't have the health to do that. I mean, they'll take the in cap instead, obviously, because Ellis got so split there. I guess he was trying to look inside or block the roof, and he just gets jockeyed. Yeah, that's a free in cap that really, really was needed by Team Error 404.
Yeah.
they catch the spit there. Had nothing really ready to go for Air 404, but it was a nice catch all the same. And Gunnoodle about to come in as the tank. They do manage to catch a break here, as well as the Smoker spawning on the alarm card, trying to go for a pull. Not going to happen. And they are going to be able to run it back. The question is, again, we've got a choice of decision. Or they've kind of got the option. Wow. Do they run it back? Do they stay? They just run it back.
They have to go back now, yeah. I mean, Rochelle's still hoarded, though.
Okay.
Oh my god, they try to do so much to hold on.
I mean, Gunnoodle should have just held W there, honestly, because I don't know if there's a world where he can actually cut them off in the house. I think he's still just a little bit too far away. But I don't know. He's playing on the safe side. He has a bleeder. That's fine. They get a little bit more damage. Jockey, Smoker, and one more spawn coming into queue. As the tank wails his first hittable in, he has to be careful, though, because he doesn't want to hit like too many at the survivors at once, or else they'll just push him forward. Single boom going out there as well. And what were you going to say, Green?
Yeah, I would love Tank not to punch that car, as that car is important. Now, the VAC can just push him. Honestly, VAC can just pushed.
Yeah, but he's actually going to go in before they can do that, and he's forced to kind of commit in now. They do have a separation pull. Hello! Going in! Oh! Not landing. That's crazy. That car bouncing in the air the way that it does. Welcome to Left 4 Dead Hittables, and now they're going to go forward. This is heartbreaking. There's no way! Oh, he misses the punch. The Smoker pull does go out. He gets the punch on the Wolfie. There is a jockey going out as well, and there's a car there. Wolfie's going to be in-capped. There we go. So he does manage to actually get the car before the survivors go forward. He's going to hit it again, and he has another car there too. That's going to be the death on the Wolfie, honestly, because the Hunter has also gone in. There's the kill going out onto Dick. Great hittable positioning by Gunnoodle, who still isn't dead either. He still has first pass, and he has 2,000 HP with hittables in play. This is exactly what Team Air 404 needed, guys.
So,
oh yeah, definitely.
They're gonna press forward. The boom comes out, doesn't find anybody. Charger's ready to go. Faith in 1 second, but I'm afraid Noodle is not gonna be. Yeah, he's got no cars. He does have 2K. He should be able to cut off the survivors, right? Yeah.
I mean.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe he's just waiting for his double dodge. Okay, that was smoke pool. He's gonna get the corner to Alice. Jockey gonna grab Rochelle.
What damage though? Look at this. Yeah. He's got another in cap onto Rochelle. Yo, Gunnoodle's tank right there has actually kept Air 404 in a position to still win this series. I'm not gonna lie. Because you manage to get the full kill from the car, and that extra damage right there pretty much mitigates their bonus too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look at the bonus. Their bonus basically is all on Coach now, the health bonus. I mean, if they can just make Coach go down, I think they just mitigate all their bonus. If they can just make safe room and with like a high bonus, I think L44 will be back into this game.
Well, the most important thing now is they have to kill them, right? That's step one, and they have the quad to do that. If they can do that and make the safe room with a good bonus, they're right back in this because they need that chapter win. They just need to win.
Oh my god, VAC is...
The survivors are up top now, though. Ellis bouncing around. Charger manages to land. That's going to be the Smoker landing on Ellis down below. They have the separation. The jockey, at that point, the jockey, I think, could have been a little bit more patient just because the Smoker was already hitting. But now Ellis is slow, too, so they do get one more full hit.
Yeah. And Rochelle is coming up to 1 HP, so they can just scratch her.
Got about 100 that they can still take out. The remaining distance and about 43 bonus. Mostly on bogey here, the bonus is. Completely on bogey.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I was the SI, I would just hit bogey at this point. Because that's their bonus. Boomer trying to get... Oh, never mind, gets one. Hunter going in, gonna get skated. Charger, there we go, that's a scratch, but dies off. But yeah, on and all, VAC still holds on with some health bonus.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
A nice play by Coach.
Bogey completely protected.
Yeah, Coach Match get the pickup and also killed the spitter before any interference. So they actually still do make the safe room with just a little bit of bonus, and that's why I said they still needed to kill them, because the kill is nice. But like I said, every kind of distance points based calculation here still matters. So the fact that they got those extra points, plus they still got 39 bonus, okay, it's not a massive amount, but it's not the same as having them be triple capped. And this is one of those games where it could actually go down to the wire like that. So now the real like head clearing and focusing task is gonna be, all right, error 4-4. If you're them, you're saying we got to make the safe room with some kind of bonus. If they can make safe room and get like 650 points, if they can get something back on this map, that is what they absolutely must do. If they don't do that, then we're already in the next campaign. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So does the two campaigns add up together?
Yes.
Okay, the scores add up. Okay.
So this chapter will either do a whole lot for Error 4-4 or will do nothing at all. Actually, will hurt them further. We'll see. Tank, it's going to be tough to do. There's so much chaos in this tank, but we've got to deal with this hit first. First hit's have been going well for Error 4-4 as they manage to dodge a smoke. Hunter set up above. Second's a quad is a possibility, as well as just setting up for the next hit. They jump over, Hunter connects, smoke pull on the sideline, but it does get cleared. In a triple boom, oh my god!
Oh yeah.
A lot of spit damage.
That's a little more damage than I'd want to see off that 2-2, but again, it's not 40 damage yet, it's 25, so it could have been worse. The whole point is you want it to be as clean as possible here when the hits are easier, because there are a couple chokes on this map that are crazy, and you already alluded to it, Dom, but the tank is a little insane too, so they really have to know what they're doing on the survivor side right now.
Not going to be a quad, it's going to be the 3-1 with Boom. And Greed, we're about to see if Error 4-4 is going to be able to reverse the curse of the massive second hits from VAC.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I did talk to L44. They want to make this jump onto the house. Are they going to do it though? Oh nope, they're just gonna drop down. The double boom, charger lands. Hunter gets killed, nicely done. But Jockey gonna get the separation from the front, but.
Yep, and it's another solid hit by Team VAC. Like pretty much every hit they send in when they have the chance to have a little bit of a split in the survivors' momentum there when they're taking over a choke, they usually land at least something and they get decent damage. That's kind of what we saw there. No spitter to really maximize it, but they still do get a couple of the pinners to connect. And now this tank in the hands of Super, if he can get like 3 downs, that would be what they kind of are looking for here on the infected side. Obviously they want the wipe, but 3 downs, a kill, something like that. Anything to take the potential for there to be points made up off the board for Error 404, who shuts down that hit okay, and then takes some free spit damage, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, Gunnoodle.
It was a beautiful 3-shot skeet by Fate to take out that Hunter, trying to mitigate the most they can. Also allowed free entryway into the back area here. Do y'all actually prefer the courtyard? While we have a second, what do y'all think about that courtyard area?
Well, I don't mind the courtyard, because if you know how to kite the car, it's fine. But the thing about it is, in a situation like this, with this open area, there's an extra couple ladders, and you need to not get boomed. They're going to get boomed, unfortunately. It's a single boom, not a double boom, though, so it's still survivable. But this adds to the chaos, because now the tank's going to go in. Hatchback is up and over. Next car is going in, also not going to land. Tank is screwing with this as well, and that one's going to go flying into the air, spinning its way back around. It's still in the street. Smoker's not going to land. He's fully in, though, on the survivors now, and he's not getting anything yet. He's down to about 2,000 HP. He has the shot on Rochelle after the punch. Rock going in, not going to land. Smoker and Hunter both land. It's a triple cap. Oh, my gosh, that got so bad for Error 404, and it's that separation over the roof. This tank is going for the kill. He misses the punch on the car. And he doesn't get it.
Oh!
Got it.
My God, the jockey. Who was that? I think it was
okay,
Wolfie.
So that never should have happened. That never should have happened on Error 404's side. Great job by Team VAC. Amazing tank. Beautiful triple cap. That triple cap happening cannot happen there because of the distance that you saw. The jockey got the one survivor so far away that the survivor then had to clear the other 2 cappers, and the tank was able to get the kill. They cannot afford that in this situation, really.
Also, I can't help but feel like Ro kind of offered up that free jock by splitting from the squad and wrapping back around. And even if he got cut
punched that way, but
yes,
like you have to try it. And she got punched and then pulled and then jockeyed. I'm pretty sure
she was moving towards that area.
She needed to kite. Yeah, she needed to kite. I know what you're saying, because they have the pounce that goes in. Spit goes down on top of that too. Boomer gets popped. Spitter dies last. It's going to be a quad. The point you were making, too, though, is that, like, okay, you want to kite back with your team there, but Faith got, like, separated by a bunch of different things, and she would have needed to, / he would have needed to, Claire and Rochelle, right?
Right.
Would have had to go back towards the rest of the team at the start of it, really, though.
Yeah, and the car was waiting there on the other end, so it was just a rough situation all around, for sure. Faith being kind of backed into a wall there. And
the jockey landed before everything else too, so it's like because of that separation, I think that opened up the room for the Hunter and the Smoker to land. So it was great capitalization by the SI side. We do have a nice double cap landing here too. Not the quad they were looking for. Alice getting the clears with the pistol after managing to dodge the charger and also not getting jockeyed. So honestly, they still have a decent bit of bonus. So okay, they're gonna make some points back. It's not the complete end of the world yet, but it's just like okay. They're not going to have as many chances to make back points up, and when they get them, the only way they win is by taking full advantage of them, you know what I mean?
Right. All right, Greed, we got one last hit to end it here. 203 bonus in the tank. Boomer dead.
I would say 2-2, but Boomer is dead. Jockey Charger gonna land. Jockey gonna get M2. Charger miss. Spitter miss too. And nicely take. And all in all, after that, Mess, I think they salvaged all the bonus they can get.
And y'all, I don't see any GHs. Okay, we do. Okay, so we're not gonna. Okay,
3,746 to 2,675, and that's kind of why I said, because now it's still over 1,000 points. They need to win the Pacifice by 1,000 points. That's doable, but they need to get a wipe, and then they have to make a map, like probably honestly map 2 of passing, or like map 4, which would be map 2 of sacrifice. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'll be right back before this happens.
Sounds
you guys,
good.
If it keeps going, you guys take it. But this has been a great match so far. It's just you hate to see, but it's the calling by VAC so far that's really been the separation between the two teams, and that's why we're up by about 1,000. Like over that.
Yeah, definitely. Like the call is immaculate.
All right, y'all. Well, with VAC leading by a little over 1,000 points after an expertly played Hard Rain Downpour. Not a complete blowout. Air 4-4 is still hanging on, but they need to make some magic happen and pacifies. Otherwise, the Finns plus Wolfie will be taking the crown of the losers bracket. We'll still have to fight off against our currently undefeated team, No Skilch Academy. But we are going to have a short break, wait for the players to go to the bathroom, get a drink, etc. But we should be back in probably 5 minutes or less. So if you're going to go somewhere, make it quick because we've got the Pacifies kicking off. And you know how Pacifies starts off with that very first hit. So you're not going to want to miss it. You're going to want to see that rooftop kind of hit, see how it plays out in just a bit. Hang tight, y'all.
As with our efforts to replace the first aid kit, replacing the pain pills item was a challenge. Initial versions of Adrenaline allowed players to run faster and perform certain actions faster, such as reviving other players. But the pills already give 50 temporary health points, which is enough for injured players to run at full speed again, so the Adrenaline needed
All right,
Honestly,
y'all. We are back with map 2 of the Amateur Competitive Invitational 2 lower bracket finals. EU versus NA, Very Annoying Children, aka VAC, up against Air 404, Skill Not Found, aka 404. We got Rails, we got Greed, and Greed, how you feeling?
I mean, great. Just drank some
Good.
water.
That's good to hear.
Great.
Important to stay hydrated.
Yep. Stay hydrated, y'all. Hydrated.
Rails, what are we getting into here?
Well, this is my least favorite of the stock maps, except for Dead Center, so there's that. We have a situation where the tank's actually 72% instead of 44, so honestly I think that's in favor of Team VAC just because they have the lead that they do. They're up by just between 1,000 and 1,100 points here. They're up by what? 1,071 points at this point. So in order to come back from that, we need to see essentially 2 wipes on 2 of these 4 maps. That's if you want to be a reductionist about it or want to gamify it, it's like, okay, well, we need to see 2 wipes coming out by Team Air 404's infected side onto Team VAC. But they're on Survivor side first, and they are going to be going up against a Boomer that gets a 1 boom with the rest of this hit going in now. Hunter gets skeeted. That's going to be the Smoker getting just nothing except for a little bit of gravitational changing. No actual damage, but it is just about... it's climbing up a little bit now, but still under 20 for Team Air 404. That's again going to be Faith, Crossbow Master, that's Power Electrons, Knee, and Gun Noodle. Who do we have for Team VAC?
On Team VAC, we have Wiz,
well said,
Super Bogey, and Wolfie.
And they've made it through the souvenir shop for the most part. They got the bar on the side, and they are through. The charge comes out. No, just a smack junk in the head. Try to take her away. Not going to happen. And VAC deals with 2 hits, like lightning quick, and taking almost no damage. They are definitely feeling themselves right now, folks.
Yeah, this is actually looking kind of like it did on Hard Rain Downpour, which surprised me just a little bit, because in Pacify's terms, right, if you can just have the SI hit where you want them to, and you're playing Survivor, you can actually score like 5,000 or 6,000 points on this campaign. I'm not even being hyperbolic when I'm talking about that, because the point is, you know, it is a pretty wide open map. If you hold W and the SI are hitting at the wrong time, you can just kind of get through some points of this map. And this tank at 72%, if you don't get your hittable, and the Survivors have a wide open space to kill you, they could score like 1,300 points on map 1 here. That's going to be another Hunter getting blown out of the sky, and again, that was a 2-2. They have a Smoker still, but the momentum is definitely on VAC side from, I think, probably that first half of the match that we saw, but also on this campaign.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that L44 hit on the house when they were just rushing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big. This is big. So basically, the Survivors are outside. The tank is right here. I don't know about this call on the Survivor part, actually, because what they could have done is they could have just ran back, actually. They could have gone back to, like, safe room with the help.
Yeah, I mean, look at Ellis. Ellis trying to go inside.
This is risky, because if they get separated or if they get punted somewhere, this Charger doesn't have a whole lot of health, though, so they have to be careful, because the Survivors essentially want to go forward. Crossbow Master, that being Powerless Electrons, this is actually the tank that you want here if you're Air 404, because this is a veteran tank. We are going to see a Smoker pull go out. There's the early corner on the coach. No way. That's a huge play in favor of Team Air 404. He still has 3k HP. There's the end cap, and the Smoker is still alive. The tank has Ellis as well. Oh, this is huge. Charger going in, trying to find Nick. Not going to land, but the tank is still all over Ellis. There's the second end cap, and Nick is forced to drop. He has him split. Oh, that's huge. Rock landing on Rochelle as well. Oh, that's huge. Powerless is doing work. Yo, this is looking like a wipe. This is crazy.
And Nick has to go all the way.
This is why I said it was kind of a miscall on the Survivor side, because if you notice when it was over, and there it is.
Oh my god. Why?
And they
Survivors should have gone back or gone to the other side.
Yes.
They could have gone to that room over there and fought it, because that's kind of what they wanted to do. That's also an option. Like, there are rooms where you can fight it there, where you take, like, 2.5 end caps if you want. Because it's like, you either have to go there, you have to go back to the safe room. You can't really fight it in the right-hand side of the building. They should have done one of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I personally...
they got split. Yeah.
Yeah, I personally love to push this tank, or either just go back, like drop down, all the way back to the safe room.
Yeah, but the thing is, they only had one survivor pushing the tank. So when Ellis did that and he got caught out, that was really unfortunate because nobody was covering him on the survivor side. So that was an unfortunate fumble there by VAC.
Yeah, and now L44 can make
That's
this
one of the two
comeback.
wipes that they need. If they can,
Yeah.
hey, that's one way to get it. So the whole point is, what they got to do is, because the scores reset, right? We can just say, all right, they're basically down by like 1,400 points. You know what I mean? So if they can score 1,000 on this map, they'd only be down by 400, and that's very winnable then through the rest of this campaign. Like, this is an opportunity that they have, but the thing is, this is what I was saying, Greed, in a more diminished way before, but with no muting whatsoever right now, guys. You know, like, they need to seize this opportunity. If they don't, they might lose. If they do, they might win. That's really what it's coming down to right now.
Yes, I mean, L44 just... Oh, this opportunity can't be missed. If
it's some 8 Mile. It's some 8 Mile shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, we're gonna see this first hit right away, but with the second hit in the souvenir, we'll again see, can Air 44 avoid the detriment that plays out on these second hits. The smoker around the tree does get the pull into the DP, 13 point awkward spit. And, you know, 4% on the... Hello?
What?
Okay.
This is L44 just swimming in spit again.
Okay, so, but here's the thing. Whatever. They have to make the safe room with bonus. That's the big thing. Like, they can even take 2 in-caps on the tank. That's okay. It's like, but they gotta make safe room with bonus, and they need to not have their damage bonus completed.
Yes.
So, and that's a good way to dodge it, so okay. But the thing is, he is... Oh, look at the spit spread! Look at that!
Oh!
No way.
What a clutch by knee.
The jockey couldn't get in there either.
If that had spread to where he was, he would have taken, like, another 40 damage, like 35 damage maybe. Like, no hyperbole, because he would have had to go through the entire thing to get out of it. So 30 bare minimum.
But, hey, L44 after that bit is looking good. They do have the alarm card they have to worry about.
Careful.
With the tri-cap. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah.
But L44 knows that. And he's looking at him. He's trying to get a chip in that Hunter. Oh, Boomer gets a 2-boom! Oh my gosh. Here we go. Smoker pull from the front. That's cleared. Nicely done. Hunter's just bouncing around.
They can just kill the common. I mean, the Charger's going for Knee now, though, who's separated. That's huge. On to Nick. And the Boomer's going in. Being close to the alarm car there, too, they're not going to pop them. So the survivors do a decent job. They're going to get reboomed. But now they kill the Boomer. They don't have to worry about the alarm car going off. It needs basically their damage spun. So, alright, I mean, this is still fine. The whole point is, and the key question to the entire campaign so far, guys, is where are they going to fight the tank, and are they going to be able to get there successfully without getting intercepted?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
But before we get into that, we are going to have another hit on the stairwell. VAC locking in pretty much all of the choke points that they've wanted. They haven't quite been able to get the damage to back it up. As we do see, they do look like they're backing it off. They don't have a charger for this, and also I would assume they want to have something for the run back as well, right, Rails?
Well, it depends, because the whole point is basically the survivors could push forward here and fight him in the one room on the side, which is what the other team, I think, where they were going to do. But the point is, that's very Left 4 Dead 1 style. You have to have people who are body blocking, and instead, they do that, which is going to have the tank basically spawn now. They're debating about where they want to take him. I think they want to go all the way back. Oh, this is going to be really interesting.
But the tank is
right there. Okay. This is going to be hectic, guys. I'm not going to lie. We have one survivor who's really split. That survivor being Knee. Rock landing on Rochelle. They're just running by him. Oh, hit Sun Noodle. Yeah, that's you can't do that, unfortunately, on the survivor side of things and expect it to work. So that's going to be the kill. And then the tank, I think, is probably going to get something. Actually, he can't get the kill. Now he got the kill. There's the tank's going to hit that out of play. So he still has 3k HP, but guys, this is why I said what I said, and the problem is that the survivors tried to force it, and they punished them perfectly on the side of VAC. So unfortunately, this isn't quite the seizing of the opportunity that I was talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, seizing of the wrong opportunity. As we do have a hit ready to go, Smoker gets killed off. Just gonna charge Boom now. 2,800 HP left on Wolfie, and the tank's gonna decommit.
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I mean, did the tank spawn quite early for them?
Yes. Compared to VAC, yes.
Yeah, I feel like VAC went up and then the tank spawned.
I feel like that was still okay, though, because the whole point is that actually kind of helped them. If they had just immediately gone back, then I don't think they would have this problem that they do right now. But instead, the tank's going to recommit. Wolfie doing a great job of capitalizing, missing that first punch. Charger's going to land triple boom.
Nice
two. Tank only has 1 KHP, but he does manage to get a punch there. Turning back around, getting another punch. Really good damage coming out by the SI. Rock going in, managing to land. Knee is in capped, and the tank is out. This is disastrous for Team Error 404 now, because they're really not making up a whole lot on this at all, as this tank is still getting pushed now around the corner, and they actually dropped a pickup. Rock not going to go in either. They haven't killed the tank, and Knee's almost dead. Smoker pull lands, Jockey going in. He has to make a play here. Rock is going to land, though. Oh my gosh. There's the wipe essentially going out, guys. That's 2 people dead. And unfortunately, that opportunity is not coming back.
This is heartbreaking, honestly.
Nine, no. How did that get so... It didn't seem to start off that bad.
Yeah. I mean, the smoke caught that kept that guy in the side room, and the tank was just so close by. Like, even if they went perfectly, they would have been cutting it on the time, and all the hit was ready to go. As Wolfie does, that was the AI tank, but regardless, a Hunt drops in with the charge. Okay, Error 404 does maybe live to fight another day here for a moment, but I am with y'all. It was just a forced run back instead of kind of adapting to the situation. I just don't think they had the time to do that, but we said it over and over again. We can save more analysis for once these two finish off. For the time being, they are living. Jockey will bring down Row, and it's just a matter of time at this point. Smoke Pull does get cleared, and we've got Faith doing what he can. He's just going to go solo, try to get some extra distance here, as he does get a few points.
Yeah, so now L44 is winning the chapter by a few points.
So, okay, I mean, honestly... I don't know, because it kind of felt like when they went back, at least from where we were sitting, I don't know if they lost track of where the tank was, but like it was obvious they were going to get intercepted when they started going back to the safe room from where we're sitting. But again, we're in the casters' chairs. They're actually playing the match. You know, I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think at that point, like you can fight him inside. It's just a messier fight, and you have to expect to take like 3 downs probably. You know what I mean? But like when you try to run back like that and the tank can intercept, it was really easy. They had a hit up too, so it was really not a good ball.
Okay, so we are having a little bit of technical issues with the score resetting itself. That is actually going to put Error 404 starting off on the survivors, which should not be the case.
We can do math. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course. But of course, the issue is it should be VAC starting off on the survivor side. But I don't think it's that big of an issue. Asking if they should switch now, you know, I'm not sure. Whatever they're feeling.
I'm not an admin, so I don't know. Wait, they're switching to what? Set the scores?
So because the scores actually were set on Chapter 1, but they got reset after the first half of Chapter 1. So it should be VAC starting off on the survivors because they have more points cumulatively. Because they had that.
Can't they just set them again, or is there like a limit?
Well, we got the math going on by Wolfie right now. I think they're going to try to set them, and we'll see. So while they figure out the logistics of that, it was still, I mean, it was like y'all said, they needed 2 pieces of the puzzle, right? Not just the tank wipe, which they got, but also taking that tank better. And the issue is for Error 404, they're going to need to make that happen a couple more times now. They're not going to have that bailout happening in Chapter 1.
They probably have to do it twice more, honestly, to find a way to kill him. This tank is not really geared towards that, in my opinion, because it's one that you fight outside.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they have to fight in the pool room, right? The pool.
Ooh, yeah, with that 37%, should be a pool room tank, I do believe. We'll see.
No, it's a little bit after that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit after that, but I feel like the survivors will just back off to the pool room. Maybe we can see some like
a catch.
cut off.
Yeah, inside red flight. Yeah.
Off.
But before we get to that, Charger Jockey Hunter Spitter, not gonna have the smoker for the beer room, but still a pretty damn worrisome hit for the Survivor team. They're gonna set up on the railings and try to do what they can. But while we're talking about railings, how about you take this hit away, Rails?
It's a Charger Jockey Spitter and a Hunter for the special infected, that being Team Error 404. Let's see what they can actually make happen here, if anything, as that Bane timer has kicked in. Hunter is Priest one on the roof. Charger's going in now. Everything is going to miss except for the Hunter and the Spit going down on Rochelle. So it's a decent amount of damage, just about 21. And they're going to take that and run with it on the Survivor side because they're still defending that lead that they have with still over 1,000 points. It's definitely something where you can see a comeback like that, though. Because at the same time, right, the fact that the wipe happened, you know, the way that it did.
Yes.
It at least didn't make it any worse. So that's something where this bleeding's kind of been stopped. Can Error 404 continue their SI play and then finally bring it home on the Survivor side of things? They have the potential to do it, and they have the Smoker, Boomer, Jockey Chargers for this next hit, guys.
Yeah, I mean, but they do not have the spitter, so we can see the separation. They are just going for the shortcut, which I don't like because all this SI is up, so they have to deal with a full SI hit while trying to jump over the wall.
Yeah. No crazy spit to happen once they jump over, but definitely have the separation potential. Jockey, obviously. Okay. Yes, I like it.
Yep. Oh, the good.
Wow.
Okay.
SI's dead.
Yeah, a little bit of a positional change by the Survivors again. I like it. And the thing about it is it takes a little longer to go there, but it's a safer route. They go around, and because they knew there was no spitter, I guess
it's a drop tank.
The ability to do this. And yeah, they get out the window. There's a single broom going in. Charger getting a couple punches and landing as well. Hunter lands onto Rochelle. So a little bit of chip damage going out there. Good hit, actually, by the SI.
Oh, okay, so this open Ava tank.
I gotta say, y'all, while we wait for Knee, this is gonna be a bit before he engages. I think VAC, or rather Air 44, has been doing a better job on their SIs. On Harder and Downpour, it was looking pretty dicey at a lot of points, but it looks like they've gotten a little bit more together here on Pacifies, able to string the hits together for a little bit more impact. But they're going to need a lot of SI impact here with this tank. Smoker, Boomer, Jockey, assuming we're going to see some sacks, but okay.
Yep.
Just the boom.
I mean, interesting, Knee went back instead of just going to the corner where Rochelle is, like opposite of Rochelle. But now Knee has to take some chip before going near the Survivors.
And he kind of needs he needs like the 3 in cap thing. He's gonna have a Charger here and not a Hunter. If they go for early support and they miss, it's gonna be huge. If they land, it could be the start of something big too. But the thing is, he's already down to 3,000 HP. They're gonna have to send in the support. He's under 2K, getting his first punch onto Rochelle, following that with another one there. They're gonna see the double cap with the Smoker landing and the Jockey too, but the Charger was not able to bring it home. Tank is still chasing the Survivors now, but he is gonna get gunned down, missing that last rock. Guys, if that Charger had landed, it would have been wipe.
Yeah.
Definitely. That was the tri-cap right there that Air 44 had right in their pocket, but the Charge loses the 1v1, getting a little bit excited and not really lining it up, but regardless, playing on those orange pings, it does happen from time to time. I don't even think we're going to have a stairwell hit if they just walk forward. They do slow it down, but they do eventually walk it forward. Hunter, Spitter, Boom, and one more for Air 404. Got a lot of work to do with a lot of bonus still on the board for VAC. Hunter does land. Charger will find the wall. Spit a little bit too far.
This is big because the point is, if Team VAC can make the safe room on this, that's going to force them to play out of their minds in terms of what Error 404 are going to need to do, not only for the rest of this map, but then also on Sacrifice.
Yeah.
And the thing about Sacrifice is that third map, like that tank can get slaughtered as it comes out of the train, or it can play an insane rock tank, get some hittables, and actually manage to get like a wipe or a kill or something. You know what I mean? But if that tank gets slaughtered for whatever reason, they're running out of opportunities to turn this game around.
Yeah. And we do have this choke point. The drop hit as Hunter is just bouncing around, making some noise.
Wall ceiling bounce? Okay,
Yeah,
he's thinking about it.
But they do not have the charge for the big damage.
That baiting timer is doing some work here too. Survivor's taking their sweet time, but they're gonna have to drop. When they drop into this, there's still gonna be some hordes, so this could be a pretty big hit. SI gonna have the pull go out. Hunter goes in for the intercept, managing to land it. Jockey going in too, but the jockey can't find the last guy there. That pull bow is doing a good amount of work, and that's a good hit from Team Error 404.
Yeah, unfortunate that jockey went for Alice instead of the coach that tried to clear the hunt and the smoke. That put him in a tri-cap. But good damage nonetheless.
Man, 40% of the bonus left. And if they can get through here, this is a pretty good spot. But Jockey, Charger, Hunt, Spit, they drop through, and Air 404 does not hit there.
Indeed, they do not. They need to try to find a way to have this charge connect. But he's kind of spawning too far away, and there's pause.
Yeah. Oh, first pause of the day.
Nick was standing still for a good 5-8 seconds, but they eventually realized the situation. They do pause it. Looks like we're ready to go.
Indeed we are. That Charger is not going to be able to find anything too far away. Hunter getting killed too. I think they went too early on that one, guys.
Or maybe too late. I would have loved to see the hit before they left the gate. The hit was pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, because they were in open space there, and the point is, I guess maybe they were trying to make sure things died in order, so that they still have like a charge spit or something for this tunnel. But the point is, like you said, they probably should have gone a little bit earlier there.
Insanely impactful moment. 513 bonus for VAC. The front runners in this match by a good margin so far. But we've seen this hit take away so much bonus. It's a Charger Hunter Boom smoke, though. This isn't really what Air 404 wants here, Rails.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This sequence is really not good for Air 404 on the SI side. Let's see what VAC are able to do here, though, because this hit is going in. Charger's going to die. Hunter gets cleared. Boomer gets a 1 boom. But that is just not enough. It's just not enough, really.
Okay. And in very consistent fashion, VAC gets another over 1,000 pointer here, unless they can find some desperation hit up above Greed.
Yeah, I mean, looking like they're just gonna go in the safe room, and just gonna lock in. No, I mean this map.
It did it again. Look at the scores.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Sir Please did warn us of this. He said it will be a 0-0 going into next map, so keep a note of the scores at the end of the map. Thank you, but I was actually focused on the game. The scores reset before I noticed, so that's unfortunate, but I think we'll be able to just reset them each chapter. It won't be a huge deal. Just some good old-fashioned addition going to be helping out quite a great deal as we watch Nee on the tank doing what he can. SI support so close to locking in that tri-cap, so close yet so far.
Because the thing is, that score that we're seeing right now is just for this game.
Yes, yeah, it is.
And wasn't no, never wait. Because I feel like 404 had more points than that.
Yeah, it looks like it added. It looks like it added it to the wrong side.
Yeah.
Okay, great. This is brilliant. Well, fortunately, I've got the Chapter 1 scores on a notepad, and we'll have to see how Chapter 2 plays out. Jockey, Hunter, Charger, Spit for VAC. We'll handle the tech issues when we get to those, but for now, it's ready to go, Greed.
Yep. Alright, we have Jockey, Spit, Hunter, Charge. Let's see, L44. Can they make or break this chapter? As Hunter is spawn on the side. Nice cheeky spawn. And Knee is going to be the first positioning. And Survivors is going up front. Hunter's going to land. And Alice is on the railing. Jockey's going to put him down with a charge. Locking him inside the spit. Wow.
Damage maximization in a nutshell by Team VAC. They've just been the better team so far. We'll adjust the scores as we go along.
We got that.
And there's a couple math calculations that are going to be made. But this is still pretty representative because the entire point is essentially 2,000. So the reason like this is happening too. Look at this pull that goes out onto Coach. It's like just every little moment where they can, VAC is maximizing their opportunities on SI side. And if they can get like an almost in cap before this tank, that would be ideal for them. Because they're already pretty far ahead. They already have all the pressure going out onto Team Air 404. If they can just get one more really good hit, they'll be in great position to actually seal this.
I mean, look at L. Dude, he's just gunning it. Oh, but Jockey is up top. Hunter's going in. Oh. There's nice speed.
But
Hunter put out the charge spit.
Woo!
And Fame is gonna take.
That's exactly what I was looking for them to do on the SI side of things, right there.
Yep. Yeah, they have a spit, whereas 404 didn't have that option to them, and also Air 404 just splits up 2-2 there, getting cornered. Also, I love VAC's play. If I can go back to the first hit for a moment, the way the charge Jockey came in after that Hunter, which allowed, yes, the Hunter pounced on the railing, but the charge Jockey both able to displace that Survivor back into the spit. Just really heads up play by VAC all around so far in this Chapter 2, and they are aiming to lock it down. One boom onto Air 404. We'll see what the support SI can do. We'll see if this could potentially be the wipe. The Air 404 missed. Super's going to roll it in, take it away.
Oh, but all the smoker pulls on the back. Tank is going to commit. Nice punch.
He gets a single punch. He gets another punch now onto Ellis. Still has like 2,500 HP. Incap's going to go out. He's going to need his SI support right about now. Hunter going in to help him, getting Coach there, and Coach is a little split. Oh, there's the rock landing as well. That's another punch going out onto Knee. There's the incap onto him. Jockey lands. It's the last guy. There's no way.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Yo, this is crazy. There it is. That's going to be another punch. Oh, Rochelle.
Oh.
There's the charge. It's a wipe.
Oh my god, how?
Oh, this is over, guys. This is over. I think we're gonna see Team VAC progressing to the grand finals of the ACI 2. Why? Because in this game, it's actually a little more than 1392 to 499, and that's in addition to the just about 1,100 points that we're talking about. So that's a hefty thing to recover in 2 maps when it's sacrifice.
Yeah.
It was so heartbreaking as we watch this back. Those of y'all at home got to see this Jockey whiff and whiff, but the pressure on Coach to set the score straight. Look, over. And then he still manages to land on Coach at Jockey in such a moment of desperation. It comes up so massively, and it facilitates that wipe. Absolute heartbreaker for Air 404, and like y'all said, it might just be the final nail in the coffin. We do have some tech issues. We're gonna get those resolved, but as you could tell, it was 1,000 points up for VAC off of Hard Rain Downport going into Pacifies. Now they are up about another almost 1,000 points, and this just obviously does not bode well for Air 404 unless they can make something literally magical happen.
Yeah, it's called they wipe and they make safe from them, they wipe and they make safe from that.
Hey!
Must do.
Yes. I was about to say that. They have to like wipe it to make safe or what you make safe.
I've seen crazier things though.
Definitely. Absolutely.
this, I mean, the last chapter is worth a lot. So if L44 can wipe them and make safe room with like a hefty bonus, I feel like we can see a comeback potentially.
And here we go. This is going to be Team VAC on Survivor side defending their almost 2,000 point lead. Let's see if they can actually close this out here. Spitter, Charger, Jockey, Smoker for Team Era 404 on the infected side of things, guys.
Yep.
I must say, I mean, I prefer the sacrifice a lot to the passing, just because I think it's, I don't know, it's a better map. The hit's going to be going in. Charger's going to whip. We do have the Smoker pull landing with the Jockey going down on top of that as well. No real spit damage, though. Decent amount of damage, but nothing too special.
I gotta say, I feel like the charge has been one of the major difference makers between VAC and Era 404. We've seen so many incredibly impactful charges from VAC, whereas on the Era 404 side, I mean, just think about that hit right there. If the charger had landed instead of whiffing, it could have been so much more scrambling there from VAC. But with the charge, just getting a stumble, we're right into the next hit. In it goes. Charger does land a little bit of the caster curse as the Hunter and the Smoke follow up. We got some big damage from the rolling caps with a 1 boom.
Yeah, but did not have the spit.
Yeah, no, exactly. No spit. The Smoker's still alive. This tank in the hands of Faith has to get at least, like, I would say a kill, guys. Like, and then they have to try cap them or something like that. Like, that's the bare minimum they can afford to have happen here. In reality, they want to wipe, so... There are some other circumstances where, like, maybe playing a little bit of Rock Tank is good. If I'm this tank, I'm getting one or both cars and going in.
No.
I mean, on...
Yeah, agreed.
You're going up?
Well, on the surface, this looks like they've got exactly what they want. But Faith, the tank, is the Smoker. So that does kind of make things a little bit awkward. I expect to see the spit coming out first. I don't know, maybe one of the incapacitated. Oh, of course, a Smoke, but it's dead. And now we got the Charger hopping over. The door is open, folks, and VAC. Oh my God, they eat a curve rock. Classic.
Oh,
this is going to be really interesting because they're going to be hungry for the chip as well. The tank knows this, going in, trying to throw a punch. I don't know. The Survivors are going to get the chip a little bit. Now another rock landing, and the tank only takes 300 chip for 2 rocks. That's actually really good. Survivor still chipping, though. Lewis getting a couple shotgun blasts in the tank's back, but it's less than 500. Boomer does get popped. But that's 2 rocks that have landed, and now there is a bleeder.
Yeah, 2 rocks with a 500 chip. I'll take that any day. Honestly, if I was the tank. I mean, now a tank is just gonna play rock tank.
Yeah.
Not just gonna bleed out with Zoe. As Smoker pull from the side. Hunter gonna get skidded. Nicely done. And wow, what a shutdown. Charger is still alive. But now, VAC, we are going to see some LOS things. Nope.
Yeah, and this is my point. I don't really think the tank can do this here, given the circumstances of the match. Like, I think the tank needs to save its health for the hit and needs to focus on the hittables.
In kind of the upper echelons of play, we do see that car being hit on top of this area where the tank can help meat shield a little bit more while keeping vision, but that's a pretty tough car to hit. As another, they're gonna send it in. Faith, first pass 30%, gonna try it, but like you said, Rails, the chip is absolutely coming out as Faith goes down 1,000 HP without really landing anything. More like 750.
That
he took some free
car. That first car is easy to get. The second car that I'm talking about, you need more rage to do. You need to go for that when you're like high set. Or, sorry,
yeah,
first,
but with the amateur players, I expect them to just hit the car straight in, not try to finagle around, and we'll see how it plays out. Kind of an all or nothing situation.
They need to be careful because they're still taking chip, and the tank is down to 5,600 HP now. Like, this is... I see what they're trying to do, but you see what I mean? Now they're going to go rotating for the hittable. I think they should have done this a little bit earlier, but so long as the tank can actually get that in, that would be perfect because the Survivors need to kind of die here, not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, the SI is not even doing any damage, real damage, so the tank is just getting free chip. But now he is gonna come in the car! What?
Breaking the boxes as well. That's the in cap going on to Wolfie. Tank is trying to go for the kill, I think. Careful with the hittable control, but there it is. That's what they kind of need here. But once again, there's the pull going on to Lewis as well, and the car goes in! Tank is just gonna pump grind Francis Going back in, hitting Lewis into the corner. Hunter's going to get the finishing kill there. There's the stumble onto Bill. Hunter gets the pounce onto Lewis. Even more damage going out, and the tank still on first pass, just wreaking havoc on the survivors. And there's this car here too. Missing the car! But getting the kill, that's exactly what Team Air 4-4 needed. And guys, they're not out of this quite yet.
Oh man, not quite. Wolfie dead. A team of Finns only is what is left here on the VAC squad. They are going to be pressing it through, but a very important choke point coming up as Faith is just now going to get his SI ready to go. It is the dreaded Poo 2. Smoke comes from behind. Jockey hopping over the train car, trying to get on Lewis, but Lewis is already moving. Super does go down in that spit with the double boom, and it does buy Air 4 for some more time.
Yeah, I mean, this is where they need to just kill them. Like, they really can't be getting any more distance. They need to go for a quad and just land it. You know, after that happens, we still can talk about, like, all right, once they kill that tank and they make it, they need to take a maximum of 2 incaps on this upcoming tank and then make it safer. And then they would actually have a chance to bring it back on that floor. But they need to make up a lot of points on this map.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. I mean, they do have the tri-cap with the boom. Boom, try to get, try to land, but Hunter and Smoke connecting with the same target.
Right.
Yeah.
They have no bonus, so it's a distance points game. But the thing is, they are still getting distance points if you look at the score.
Yeah, it doesn't have to wipe. They're just giving you back 3 distance points at this point.
VAC is just going to try to hold W through the choke with the jockey laser down, and now we're just going to charge it, boom, spit.
Is this L44? Fine.
Oh no! Man, just YOLOing it. Meanwhile, we've got Funeris here on literally 1 HP. The entire engage are actually just going to go ahead and finish him off at that point because they got a free pickup. But the jockey who died really quick, he's now a Hunter. He's going to try to go in the side move. Connect, he does!
Oh my god, this
spit to block? Where's the spit? Okay, just spit for damage. And we'll get him down.
Alright, dude. They do have the Smoker Jockey. Here we go. Smoker not gonna land. Jockey lands. That's the incap, but Smoker not gonna find it.
Yeah, Bill has a cuttable too, so he can kind of control this a little.
Oh my god.
Smoker's coming up now, and he does manage to lay it.
Oh, but they have the
Boomer. Boomer manages to get it.
There's
the there's the wipe.
Opa!
Okay. So they have to make it. That's bottom line. Is they have to make it. If they score like 900 points on this map, it's still a long shot, just considering the delta. And look at that. The scores actually have done that thing where they've changed again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All good. It is being noted down on Notepad, and also we got the VOD that we can review later, for quality assurance purposes. But just so y'all know, it's very much not relevant right now because again, VAC is up by pretty much 2,000 points, and Air 404, they're gonna need a big chapter here. I feel like this chapter is kind of all or nothing. The car does just kind of have a way of making it happen, but if the tank commits too hard to the car and the support SI can't really find much, Air 404 might still have a fighting chance with only 351 points locked in on VAC Chapter 3.
Yeah, and I feel like it's all about that tank fight, the L4 combo by the Smoker Pool. Nice clear on the charge. Jockey lands for 2 seconds with a spit, but all in all, an okay hit. Almost a 9%.
Kind of as you guys said, it comes down to the cards on the tank. Like, what we saw the last half, that was what they needed in terms of that kill. It's just like, you got to be able to kite that around. You need to not put yourself in a position where the SI continue and set you up. That's what they're going to be trying to do. Nice pop on the Boomer there. Charger Hunter Jockey for the rest of this hit. Which is designed to go, and now Hunter getting skeeted. There's the Charger going in, not going to land. Jockey got just like a little bit of damage. But I mean, Air 404 have a chance here.
You gotta hand it to VAC though. They still get that, averaging about 5% per hit, which is solid for them being up as much as they are. And, you know, we'll see the song and dance of this static tank come out, unless VAC has got any shenanigans planned for us.
Here we go.
Let's remember, though, too, this hit really matters. It's a 2-2, but that's going to be a single boom landing. The reason it matters so much is because you don't want to give the tank a chance of getting shot right off the bat by the survivors when it's just standing in that train car. That's going to be the
nice
delaying a bit. That's kind of what they need to do right there.
Yeah, nice kill on Faith on that smoker. Hunter?
Oh, the Hunter goes in delaying too? Alright.
Yep.
AI Spitter still hanging out.
Yep, so Air 404 really aren't going to get any damage on this tank at all. He's just going to go out through the back and literally just about 300
climb
damage,
up?
that's it.
They're going to respect the climb up there. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Now look, see, this tank, he's immediately moving back and not taking chip. That Charger's going to go in. There's one survivor slow getting punched by that tank. Rock goes in. Doesn't quite land. Faith is slow. Here's the thing, right? The tank is really, really healthy. If he can save this extra 1k HP, and that's what he's doing. You look at this, right? He's going for that one car, knocking it up top. He has a one boom, and that's a really good hit, too. He's going to commit with this, actually, because he's on second pass. Like, the survivors aren't bleeding, and he should go in with this without taking any chip, honestly. Like, he should see what he gets. He has the Hunter and the Smoker. He's going to get a jockey, I think.
Yeah, he might get a jockey.
Yep, yeah. So this is perfect, actually, for VAC. They can send this in, like, literally right now. Let's see what happens. Because that car goes chopping in. Not going to land. It's actually kind of away from the survivors now. This is good for Team Air 404. Tank turning back around. There is going to be a single cap going out, but the tank takes the jockey guy and is lifting now, too.
Oh my god!
That's a punch going out onto Francis.
And
turning around, getting a punch on but they're still healthy and alive.
No aim caps.
Weapons here.
That's what they need. That's what they need.
Yep, this is what L44 needs now. Come on, L44. Just lock in this bonus.
Hey, Francis.
Pills were popped by Zoe, but tank no follow-up damage on Zoe. Still 100% of the DB ready to go for Air 404. But we got such an important choke, and they don't have the Poo-2. They've got a Charger to help out, which makes this hit way scarier in my opinion.
Indeed, it does. Yeah. If that Charger can find that way to land, that charge spit here is devastating. If it's a bowling charge, you know, we kind of saw that on the downpour part of this match.
Yeah.
Boomer's going to be on top, pre-spawn, maybe trying to distract, actually, for where the Charger's going to come from. I don't know. Oh, single boom does go out. There's the pull, but the Charger misses. But knee is still pulled, guys. That's going to be an end cap. Oh, that's really not good.
Oh, my gosh. They were so focused on that charge that they didn't kill that smoke at the front.
Okay. Still got 506 bonus. Threatening 1,000 points. Probably will not be 1,000 points, but still could be chipping into what they desperately need to cut down. Ready to go. They're going to send it aggressive. Jockey hopping around. One boom. Hunter. No hunt spit. Stumbles coming out. Nice. Jockey won't land.
Nice pick on that spit. Letting...
Okay, it's gonna be a charge spit tri-cap then for inside. I think that's what the SI want. But like you guys said, okay, they still have 400 some bonus, but they're losing time here. They need to make it to the safe room like now, essentially, and then they need an early tank wipe next map.
Yep. They basically need to lock in this bonus.
And they're not out of the woods yet, right? We got the Smoker pull down over here at the broken railing for the reset potential, or just a very aggressive hit, which is what it looks like VAC is opting for.
Yeah, and look at it.
And VAC is still rolling on their SI side. Like we talked about dictating pace earlier, and look at this. Hunter's gonna land. Smoker's gonna land real quick. That's damage on the health bonus, and now Gun Noodle is slow too. Damage is actually such that the bonus is under 400 total now too, and that's with one survivor slow.
I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah, I mean...
They are right here at the end. They're going to bring it up top. And we've got last hit here, most likely for VAC. Hunter Jockey, Boom, Spit. Boom does come in for one. Hunter's hopping around up top. Beautiful skeet by Powerless. Spit will still be good with the Jockey, but he uses the pipeline to jump on top of, and they do manage to hold on to 339 bonus, rounded down as they walk it in.
Yes, I mean, they still have to win the next map by what, like 1,500 points or something like that?
Yes. Yes, about 15.
All right, y'all. We got to get this point situation figured out in the meantime. I wish I knew what the starting points were after Hard Rain Downpour. But here for Pacifice, we've got after 2 chapters a score of about 1,000 in favor of VAC. They just Air 404 just won by about 500 points, which brings our total back to about 1,500 points that Air 404 still needs here. I am going to try to scroll up and get those original points as well. Okay, got it. Apologies for if any of y'all have anything to say. I think Rails might be doing some math too, but
no, I'm not doing math.
Good.
Don't do math.
Good. Keep away from the math. That's what I say.
Dude, math is what made Walter White go insane.
That's very true.
But this is the thing. They need 1,500 points. There's no way they play the finale on this too, right?
I mean, I guess it's possible, yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
But whatever's going on right now doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I'm just going to say that because now VAC is adding to the... so the starting ones for this is going to be 840 to 351, but you're going to have to add up all the math at the end.
Well, don't worry, y'all. We missed the first hit, but I did that.
This is the first time I've ever... This is kind of dumb, I'm not going to lie, because look at it, right? This is representing the delta from the last map, and then VAC switched teams and are now on Survivor side and are playing with their score. This doesn't make any sense, guys. But we're doing it. We're doing it live.
Yeah, we're now playing with... Yeah, oh my god. This is going to be
really
crazy to try to untangle later.
I feel like I'm tripping, but I'm not.
Yeah, right. Well, regardless...
What exactly was the point of this?
We are rolling through with this right here. We'll handle it later. The points right now...
We'll handle it later.
About 54.89 to 43.42 is what we're looking at. Right around 1,500 points in favor of VAC. So don't get too caught up in the details. The smoke comes in, does land on Wolfie. Hunter lands as well, but that's going to be it. Very minor damage as well as a 1 boom. And we're going to have this tanking about 30% later. And I've got the question, y'all. Are we taking it to St. Lydia, the boat? Are we running it back? Where are we taking this tank if you're on VAC right now?
I mean, just meme it. Fucking AI it at this point.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Because if they really want to win this game, that's what you do. You start fighting it on the St. Lydia thing, and then you back up. That's literally how you fucking win this match, in my opinion. It's kind of scummy, and the SI have a chance at mitigating it if they know what you're going to do, because they can follow you in, and then they won't go AI. But that stuff back there is way better than this one up here. Both are pretty survivor-sided, but I see people die more at the boat up here because of the hit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you will, if you stay on the boat, you will face like 10 hitables. And like, honestly, if you were that nerdy, you just stay on the boat for a second, let tank go second pass, and just go back.
Look at Bogey. He climbs on top of the roof with the shotgun, ready to take this 1v1 with the hunter who's already spawned in. In the meantime, the hunter has snuck!
Oh my god, he's gonna land. Oh my god, but the
Jockey's
spit!
gonna go in on the front too, but he's not gonna land. The spit is also off. That could have been a little bit more damage, but I think the reason they waited that long on Survivor side, guys, is because now they can control where they actually fight.
Yeah. The smoke is still... Wait, where's the smoke? Oh,
he goes into Ghost.
Respawns. Yep.
And Gun Noodle's going to have his work cut out for him. He's got a lot of work to do as he comes in. Charger, Hunter, Smoker. They spawn in. They just want to get some damage in. But Hunter's caught up on the pier kind of situation. And that's going to be that for the hit. Charger trying to get in there. Smoker's still alive, off by the side, just hanging out. Climbs up on top of the highway. As Gun Noodle hits those cars a little bit closer. Hasn't started losing frustration yet, but he's going to start here soon, y'all.
Indeed he is. I mean, the thing is,
Look
he
at that.
is... Yeah. So here's the thing. The survivors are already going back, right? Or they're looking to. Because now they're turning back around. Maybe they were faking it, and they're double booked.
Oh, they're faking. They're faking it.
The tank could maybe go in on this because they're boomed, but now the survivors know this, and they're going to kite him around. They have to fight him here now, so okay, they can't go back anymore. Instead, they faked it. I thought they were going to fully go back there, which is what I would have done. But instead, they're going to fight it here. Let's see what happens. They have 310 points so far for this chapter. That car is in on the left-hand side. The tank still has a lot of health, too. He's got to be careful, though, because they're rotating on him. Gun Noodle with a high-pressure tank, and that car is out of play, guys.
Oh, no.
That's unfortunate. So the tank is going to be chasing Francis around, still chasing him around, still chasing them around, and he's throwing a rock. It's not going to land, and guys, barring a quad at this point with that punch landing, I think it is safe to say that we are going to be seeing Team VAC take this game.
Yeah, I feel like Gun Noodle was like focusing on one car that is behind, and he couldn't get the dumpsters. I feel like the dumpsters are much better because it's so RNG.
Right.
Yeah, the dumpsters
Like-
are easier to hit there too. Like they have an easier way of actually like fitting in spaces because they're smaller. than
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah. But we do see the charger on this
Yeah,
choke point.
I was going to say, y'all,
Still?
2 words, gravel pile. But the issue is, Knee still got 10 seconds left. They're just going to have to yellow a death charge, I suppose. If that keeps... They're just going to walk it back. Ford coming in.
They could have pushed it there, but they're deciding to play conservatively because they know they have this match well in hand at this point.
Oh, and look at them!
I love it.
They had this. They know it's a quad.
Yep.
They know it's a quad. They just play it so safe right now. I like this about VAC. They're not risking it anything. Or just gonna just stumble through the wall.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Error 404 are aware of their fate at this point, just because the math is not mathing for them. They would have to land this quad. If not this quad, they have one more chance to quad up, but that's pretty much it. It's a Hail Mary shot, just because they already have so much work they got to do. But I mean, Team VAC have been in control of this match from start to finish in some ways, even on the 2 different campaigns. It's pretty impressive to see on their side. Between them and No Skillish, that's going to be anybody's game next week.
True. But we're not quite finished yet. Finale potential. And look at the care with which VAC is approaching. Taking it all the way around the side, trying to avoid any death charge. But also, they got to be worried about potential multi-charge happening here into a quad situation.
Multi-charge, then death charge. But look at them! Smoker pool! Charger didn't spawn!
Yeah,
The charge didn't spawn! Oh, here we go! Charger is coming in! Gonna get Zoe, but oh, nice clear. Oh, that was actually... The charger didn't spawn.
Yeah, VAC was playing conservative, but Air 44 said, we're going to one-up y'all and play it just a little bit more conservative than even y'all.
Yeah.
And it ends up not working out.
They're playing so safe.
Boomer getting shut down too. Smoker, Hunter, Spitter for the rest here. And you got to commend VAC. I mean, their calls, they move the same way as a unit, as Survivor. Their SI hits have been on point. They just have the better cohesion. It might be because Crossbow Master, AK Powerless, was newer to the lineup or something like that. So you have a great player in your lineup, but you don't have as much cohesion because they haven't played with you as long. And it's just clear that VAC know what they're doing, you know, when it comes to exactly how to hit and move together. We're seeing that kind of again here as this hit goes in. Hunter gets skeeted. We do see a double cap, but both the Smoker and the Donkey are cleared before the Spit starts maximizing the damage, so it's going to get a couple of ticks onto Lewis, but that is all. And VAC are going to make the safe room once again, and guys, I think at this point it's going to be mathematically impossible for that comeback to be a thing, and I don't know if Finale is going to be a thing, but even with Finale, it's a tall order at this point, I'm not going to lie.
Even factoring in that, I think this was VAC's highest scoring chapter alone. So they really finished the series off in dizzying fashion here. As don't worry, the scores are completely screwed up. Just ignore it completely. But rest assured, they were up by 1,500 going into this chapter, and now they're up by like 1,600 added to that. So I think
they're up by just
they
about 3,000.
have
Exactly.
just about 3,000, and that is going to be. We'll still get to watch it play out, though, as they try their Survivor side. Immediate, beautiful jockey with the charge smacks, keeping, like you said, that more experienced player powerless in the corner.
This third place finish that we're seeing here for Air 404, though, like you said, though, they kind of worked their way up over the course of the entire tournament, did they?
Yeah, I mean, earlier, during pre-playoffs phase, Air 404 was just talking about how, I've said it already, but I'll say it again, they just wanted to win a match. So to be here fighting in the lower bracket finals against VAC, and especially on Pacifies, actually sticking it to them, at least on those first 3 chapters, it's very impressive to see out of Air 404. All the same, beautiful DP by Funeris into the spit, and they are trying to lock it down in style.
Indeed they are. That's an in cap coming out of that from the DP. So yeah, I mean, congratulations to Air 404 for making it this far and for getting better. That's the point of the tournament. And honestly, bigger congratulations to Team VAC, because from what you described, their first matchup with No Skill Academy was one where they almost won the game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that rematch in the grand finals is going to be crazy.
Exactly. It's a grudge match for sure. VAC is going to want the revenge. They were so close to sealing the deal against the undefeated No Skelch, and they are going to get a second opportunity at it as they get a bullet charge with the spit. They're trapped up in it. I mean, just perfection out of VAC.
Yeah, and you can tell they are 4-4 know that their fate's sealed. They just weren't, like I said, the calling by VAC is what set them apart in this game because of how they decide. Like, they obviously had a game plan for each of those maps, and they executed pretty much to perfection.
We are going to see
I feel like Air 404 were like, they were reacting almost the entire time to what Team VAC was doing.
True. Very well said.
That hit dies. Hunter's dead. Actually, rather, Hunter's still going in. Jockey's dead. Smoker's dead. Hunter's still going for the DP. Well, I don't know, Greed. What do you think? This is going to be an interesting grand finals matchup that we're already talking about here as this one still plays itself out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could have seen L44 go in first on this chapter. Maybe we could have seen different side of things.
No, 100%. That's exactly how it is.
Honestly, VAC is not the team who I expected to be playing in this grand finale. I actually expected that team to be Teardrop, facing off against No Scoach, but Loopy family, quick shout out to them, was able to shut down Teardrop, and a surprising underdog matchup there, China versus China, and Loopy family did knock them out. So VAC, they have been improving as well, and they look like they absolutely deserve this grand finale against No Skill, which is going to be coming up next week.
They do, because the whole point is basically if they can play that cohesively on these two maps, they would have to do the same thing. Obviously, I don't know if you want to do a map repeat when you play it 2 weeks in a row, so I don't know if they would want down 4 or Pacifice for the grand finals, but it's like they obviously have the cohesion, and as long as they know what they're doing together, they can execute.
Oh my god, with the pool! Separation with the
pool. Rock doesn't land. Tank in the hands of FVNER1Z.
Well
He's
said.
throwing sky rocks, guys.
Yeah, he is. Right to the skybox. I don't know.
But there's the dumpsters that Green mentioned. That's what he's going for.
Yeah, these dumpsters are really, really good for this area.
But he goes second pass.
RNG.
I guess they don't want to run back.
Good.
They're bleeding out, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
Need.
Knee's pushing him, so he's in. He has his 3 hittables. He has his support.
Oh my god!
And a boomer. And there's the early pounce. He
That
has 4 hittables. There's that car. Knee gets incapped. Punch is going to be whiffing onto Francis there as the tank retargets now going after Lewis. Charger spawning as well, but the tank has a ton of toys, and the hittable lands! And another hittable lands! Yo!
This is masterclass right now. Oh,
That is an absolute masterclass. There's the GG already coming out. The SI paused, I'm pretty sure. So, but that's an amazing tank by Team VAC, and they more than earned their spot in the grand finals. Obviously, the scores are a little off here, but we're going to be recalculating it because the main point is that the clear victor was Team VAC this entire time, guys, from top to bottom.
I mean, yeah, the calls and everything, you can tell that they played they played together as a team.
I gotta say, from a viewer perspective, I would have loved to see this be so close that the scores actually ended up being a serious issue. But as an admin of the tournament, I'm also kind of glad that it played out like it did, because we're not gonna have to go into deep comb mode to figure out what the hell was happening with the scores on that second match. But it was an absolute blast to be able to cast this with the two of y'all, Greed and Rails. Thank y'all so much for joining in this lower bracket final. We are going to see the unfortunate departure of Air 44, but the thing is, not only did they find a win, but also they found a third place, a bronze medal that they can put on their virtual mantle. For this, despite it being a defeat, they will at least get top 3. And we are going to be able to see VAC facing back off against No Skilch Academy. No Skilch being the team that sent them down into that lower bracket. And they are going to fight for vengeance. Will it be a complete undefeated run by No Skilch all the way through from the start of Swiss all the way through the playoffs? Or is VAC going to be able to find a way to finally challenge, finally bring down this team a peg when they need it the most? Again, thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all will be able to join me for the grand finale as well. We'll see how it shakes out with the time scheduling, but we'll be in contact. And
Gun Noodle?
Gun Noodle as well. Yeah, good point. Gun Noodle could potentially cast as well as Need.
Yeah.
We could have a 5% cast here, but yeah, Air 44 grand finals not found. At least he can take it with a smile. But that will be it from us. Of course, time for shout outs from y'all. Rails first, if there's anything you'd like to say.
Nope, thanks for having me. That was a lot of fun to see, and yeah, the grand final is going to be a heck of a game.
And Greed.
I mean, yeah, that was a good game. I love all the casts having the survivors.
All right, y'all. Well, we are going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go ahead and rate y'all out. What a wonderful coverage that was. I'll see if we have any. Okay, we actually, unfortunately, we had a ton of support for VAC, by the way. I didn't really get to touch on it because with the TriCast, we've always got something to talk about. But we had a ton of support for VAC from various members of Signalis and other EU teams, and it was cool to see EU coming into the chat to not just be spectators but also to be active supporters of their fellow Europeans. So that was really cool to see. Y'all were noticed for sure, and hope you'll be back for the grand finale against No Skilch. I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, rage y'all out.
Yeah.
And that'll be that.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to Team VAC, as you can see them in the screen.
Yes.
That's free.
All right, y'all. Well, that's going to be it from us. And we'll see you next time. Much love.
Have a good one.
Around them blind corners, trap you up in the crack corners. Don't show your face when I come through. Audi BMW, rock to the donuts, head trauma. League on mode, fed drama. Ping pocket hoes mean I hit you and your mama. Back to the safe room with y'all's dumb asses. Try again next time, ho. Feeding your girl Savici, now she trying to freak me. SMG full clip like you really got that shit. 30 shot ski, talking like you told he told me. You got 60p SMG accuracy. Get your stupid ass in the server. Spin a whole clip on my Honda, where's the murder? Yeah, you hear me screaming? That means I'm still alive. Hey y'all, I need some help. And you're not doing shit. I'm still standing here. Reloading! Do you want me to turn on unlimited ammo for your stupid ass?